I'm live. Okay, here we are in Trainz. That's not the right window. In Trainz 2019. This is the first time I booted the game up. Second time, technically, if you really are counting. But this is the first time I've really booted the game up. Now, let me get up a content window. That looks quite familiar, because I know there are some things I'm going to need. What is this I see, says Narrowgauge Studios. This is a stream where I'm going to be making a series of modules for what we're calling the Iron Horsemen Modular Railroad. It's a little project we decided to start making in Trainz, not necessarily 2019, but because the most recent version is going to be 2019, this is the version that I'm going to be working in and merging routes in and things like that. I need to organize my desktop slightly. Hello from South Lake Tahoe, waves happily. I didn't know that was where you were. That's really cool. Okay. I have a list of modules that I need to build. What the heck was that?
That was me joining.
Oh, okay. It didn't give me the little Discord bleep bloop, and now it's just echoing.
Sorry. It's probably because. Wait, say something.
Test. Okay, now it's better. No,
Yeah, I had
it's
my volume
mostly
all the way
better.
up.
It's somewhat better. Okay, anyway. So I need to wrap my head around how this UI works now, because this is the first time I've done this. But I guess I'm just going to hit create route, and we'll see how this goes. Now, I assume it has the functionality of Tane where if I go and download stuff, it's going to appear immediately. So I might have to go and download stuff in the middle. One of the things that I know I should download, and let me actually go find it now, is the Advanced Interlocking Towers. So let's go to download station. Enhanced TR3 Invisible Interlocking Tower.
I need to learn how to do all of that.
I mean, you've come to the right place. TR3 Invisible. Enhanced. I think I just heard an accident. Oh, jeez. I think this is the one that I'll just download this. I'll download this and we'll see if it works. Anyway, so this is going to be our center section. This is going to be called Center Junction, or just, yeah, Main Junction or something, but let's do Center Junction. Session name, I don't know. What should we call a session for these things? Because the session doesn't really matter. So I guess
I just do like session 01, session 02.
yeah, but like we're gonna lose sessions when we merge the routes. So the name of the session I don't think matters at all. So I'm gonna be
I agree.
working in just the default session name. Default region, France, Germany, Hungary, 1950s glory years, USA, why not? Please note that you will need a computer with a decent graphics card in order to use this region. Huh.
You do know that it's broadcasting like the menu, right?
It shouldn't be.
How far is the stream behind?
I don't know. Why is it broadcasting the menu? I'm in-game. I don't have the menu open anymore. I don't know why it's showing the menu. I don't even have the menu up. I don't know what OBS is looking at. I literally don't have the menu up anymore.
I think it might even. It is a frozen. It's like a frozen screen. It's basically you just talking at this point.
Yeah, but I can see my mouse cursor moving around.
Yeah, and I think what's broken is the fact that it doesn't have. So it's just showing your mouse moving around on the image.
I don't know how that's happening. Let's see. Let me hide this and okay. Let's see. Does that do it?
Waiting for
Just
the
wait.
stream to
Wait
catch
for
up.
it. Wait for it. OBS seems to recognize the fact that I have moved. I don't know how far behind the stream is.
Oh, there's my dad.
Wait. Okay, there we go. That's weird. That's really weird.
Okay,
Oops.
now we're there. It's
Yeah,
kind of wonky resolution, but we're there.
wonky resolution. Oh,
Like
yeah,
there's
that is
black on
weird.
the bottom left and top.
Is it because? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can adjust this slightly, like that.
I'm waiting for the
No,
stream to catch up.
no, because that's not going to do anything. That's
Oh,
going to
my
freak.
dad's here. I will join on my phone.
Okay, that's going to freak OBS out anyway. And now OBS is completely broken. It's not even showing me a. It's not even showing me a window. Okay, now it's showing me something. Let's see. What's happening here? See, I think, okay. I have to do something. Let me hide this. You guys are going to have nothing to look at, and I apologize. But I'm going to shut down 2019 for a minute. Okay, so I did download that. That works. I'm shut down 2019. I'm going to do something that I try to avoid doing, which is I'm going to pull up Bandicam while OBS is open. I'm not going to record with it because I think that would end poorly. All right, Bandicam. Don't just crash on me. Because I'm going to use it to tell me what the resolution of my window is. I'm also going to close out 2019 completely. All right, Bandicam did in fact open. That was a problem that I was having for a long time. Let me reopen 2019. Let me start Trainz. Hello, Shortline. Okay, so we have a window. We have a window. So let me do some quick maths. Now the window doesn't let me get down to 720p. Unfortunately, that's what I would prefer. But I can spoof the ratio of 720p by just expanding this by like another 10 pixels or something. Let's see. 64, 65. There we go. Okay, so that's that. Let me turn this on and point it at this. Now we should be looking at this again. Oh, and we're looking at my window again. Now, I want you guys to tell me if this works. And I can't quite see the names. So, oh well. Okay, driver surveyor. I like how it's in the same tab now. Interesting. All right, so like I said, let's just do this. Obviously, I'm not going to have anything here. Other content you may like. I don't care about the other content I may like. Create route. Who pinged me? Streamer mode enabled. I don't know what that does. Discord just tells me that sometimes. Okay. So, wow, that's not how you spell center. Center junction. Session name default, because why not? I guess I'll do 1950s Glory Years USA, because why not? Actually, I will just do default region, because I'm not going to have roads on these. So, these are going to be real basic modules. So here's our module. Now, I assume the tile sizes have not changed. So that means we are going to need one there, one there, one there, and one there. Now, the thing is with these routes, with these modules, we're going to have, oh god. Can we get a good looking one? There we go. Do we get new track for 2019? Oh, we do. Ooh. Track 3 procedural, tunnel seasonal. 30-inch gauge? Why do we get 30-inch gauge track right off the bat? I guess they love Japanese stuff. I don't know. But yeah, I'll take some seasonal track. Why not? Can I get some wooden track? That looks pretty good. I don't like the way the ballast looks, though. What does Jara mean? It looks almost too good, you know? It looks like hyper-realistic. Well, we can always swap stuff out. For now, I guess I'll use the Tane track. So let's get that. Also, did I just see the main bridges in here? It's just weird that I start with these. Why are those built in? Or where did I get them? Whatever. Anyway. Okay. Tane 1-track wood. Now, again, the sticking point of this is it has to be dead center. The tracks have to be dead center or they're not going to line up. The easiest way to figure out where the center is, aside from just counting, at least in my recollection, is you string a track all the way across, right? All the way across. And then you go into the map, and if you turn on gradients, these things will be right at the dead center. So if you right-click on them, you'll center your cursor in. And yeah, so I think I'm just a little bit to the right. So they're right here. So we need this and this. Now, these guys are pretty far apart. I don't have a, oh, you get awesome stuff built in. Yeah, I know. It's nice. These guys don't, these are too far apart. I don't know about spacing for modules, but I probably want these to be about this far apart. So we have the edge of the circles touching the edge of the tracks. I have 19, but I haven't messed around with it yet. Yeah, you and I were in the same boat until this morning. Okay, so this is not straight, clearly. And they're also not quite thing. So here's the thing. If I'm going to be building modules, all of these modules, as if they are 4 tracks. And then I'll be able to delete modules that I don't want. And this is going to be the most confusing one, or delete tracks that I don't want. This is going to be the most confusing one by far, because it's going to be this center junction. And I don't honestly know what I want to do with a center junction. So let's get rid of that. The other thing I'm going to want to do is, while I'm here, string something all the way across. This is a 3-tile long piece of track. Don't ever do this when you're regularly route building. There. And now I need to figure out the center, the dead center, which is right there, or right there. I think it's right here. So I'm literally using tracks just to map stuff out. Honestly, the other thing I could use is probably a ruler. Let's see. Where are the rulers? Always forget how to get to them. I don't even... Are they in here? No. Oh, yeah, rulers. So, let's check it with the rulers. Whoops, did I just put that off the side of the map? I did. Okay, so 1178. Well, let's go on the other side. 1182. So where is the middle? Is it on a grid line, or is it slightly off of a grid line? I did the math on this at one point. I can't remember now. All right, so if we bring this to 1180, can I grab the other one? It's pretty much dead center here. It really is. So, yeah, that's it right there. So effectively, this grid line's close enough. When I'm merging routes, the way I did it is when you make a new world, it spawns you in the center, so I went to either side and marked off the center line. That's clever. That's clever. It's just, it's not the most repeatable thing if you need to double check. I guess the rulers works pretty well, so I'm not going to complain about that. Either way, it's 1180. These things don't show up in regular thing. I find it easier. Yeah. It makes sense. It does make a lot of sense. So let's continue this down this way so that we know. So how is everybody doing today? I am doing almost finished with the book I am reading. And you straddle 2 tracks on the center line. Yeah. Or in this case, 4. So I'm going to be building for the advanced, like, the quote-unquote, I've been calling it the real thing. Not that that really means anything, but this is just the way it's going to go. I'm going to stretch these guys all the way across. Again, don't do this normally. This is not recommended. When you're building a regular route, don't just stretch tracks for tiles and tiles at a time. You're going to want relatively frequent spline points. I'm out of control. Mostly because of stuff like this, where this one's deviating slightly. That's not really good. You don't really want that. Okay. And we will sort it out later. Now, we are probably going to need an interlocking tower for this section. That would make sense to me, anyway. We're also going to be... Oh, that's what I need to download. Oh, somebody's... Is this supposed to be a diamond? It will have a diamond at center. Let me move my window over so that it's, I can see more of the chat. Honestly, I can't read the chat. It's difficult to see. Okay. So, we've got 4 tracks in. They're kind of wonky. Let's put some spline points in here so we can straighten them out a little better. Let me put the spline points in. There we go. I'm not going to do the center track right now. We will have modules like that, but I don't think that's super important right now. I do want to have it so that if I have these modules, it's what's the word? Oh, for God's sake. You know, I can just tie them into something by deleting a couple of tracks. Yeah, see how messed up these guys get? So, not supposed to be like that. Okay. So, we need to do the same thing over here. This is like a speed run for me, you know? I'm trying to get as many of these modules done in the next couple of hours as I can. And that means they're not going to be pretty. It means they're not going to be, like, super functional or amazing. They're just going to be things I can plop down to connect things. They're probably not going to have any terrain features whatsoever, except for on the end modules I plan to do. And, yeah. I'm also going to go on to the little spreadsheet I made and mark them off when I'm done with them. I get rid of that. Center track. So, I will illustrate what I'm thinking when we get far enough along that I can illustrate what I'm thinking about what to do with the junction. And that hopefully will work out. Hopefully it'll do okay. So, there we go. There we go. Grab this. Let's go. Right up to the, well, one thing before the edge, just so I have enough room to add a little zigzag if I need to later. Alright, move this over because that's not centered there at all. That seems to be a good distance, just putting these down in the middle of in the middle of a half tile. Also, because there are no, because everything is dead straight lines, and there's no terrain features, and there's very little in terms of detail that's going to happen here. I think that I'm just going to leave everything on 10-meter grid. I don't think there's a reason not to, honestly. So, okay, center junction. We need to give these guys a little bit room. See you, Matthew. There. Okay. Now, what do we want here? So, this is my thought, right? Here's a good question for you. How many miles of track would you say the Iron Horse main line is from Seattle to Douglas? Would you estimate 300 to 400 miles or something? Oh, God. If you ask me that on Discord, I can probably get you a real answer because, I know where all those cities are. I honestly do. I've marked them out on Google Earth, and I can pick them out. So, yeah. Okay, so what I want to do, right? I don't know about turn radius and stuff like that. What I want to do is, I guess I'm just going to be using track as rulers and stuff right now. If we are going to be building curves here, which of course we are, I want to block them out using pieces of track. This is like not terrain tracks. This is something completely different. Also, the edge of the world is a little bright and a little foggy, if you ask me. So, I think it's worth messing with the settings in this game to get what you want. Okay, so I am going to put in some spline points here. But it is a good couple 100 miles to answer your question. It is. So, I don't know about rail miles because it would be kind of windy in reality. But I do know that as the crow flies, it is a couple 100 miles, I believe. There is an actual small, tiny, like, unincorporated place of Douglas in Washington State, and that is Douglas. In the Horsemen universe, it's a lot bigger, but it is Douglas. It's right next to Wakefield, I think. Wakefield? It's next to something. Is it the Wakefield branch, or is it the Waterville branch? Maybe it's Waterville. Oh, come on. Compile the shaders. It says compiling shaders. Compile them. Okay, so we have that. I don't know if I want this to be a junction, you know? That's my thought. That's my trolley problem. Okay, so one up from... Oh, that one's right on. So we need to move this back. I don't want to have this... I don't want to have this be uneven. This is where the OCD comes to play. Okay, and then 3 back is where I put those spline points to straighten things out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how I'm going to number the tracks. That's something that I might do 4, 2, 1, 3, that sort of thing. So it's like northbound tracks or vice versa. But if I'm doing center junction, right, it makes a lot of sense for me to do one on the outside, one on the inside, one on the inside, one on the outside. And then I need an interlocking that leads up to it. The other thing I should probably do is add spline points here. And I could have honestly built this multi-level. That's definitely a thought, but it's not something that I want to do right now. I may design another junction later, or if somebody else wants to do it. Of course, this is a modular. If you have something that you want to build, by all means do it. And then you can submit it to me via a Google Drive folder that is in the, it's in the Trainz route building chat on Discord. Or channel, rather. Alright, so we gotta prep these sides. I'm pretty dedicated to having these turns in and not having them be like a 5th and 6th track on either side. That seems excessive to me. I don't, you know, this may be the beating heart of the modular, but it's not the biggest, like, I don't think it's going to be that busy. I would have loved to have said, yeah, limit it to DLS stuff and we can have multiplayer on here, but I didn't really want people to do that. I wanted to see what people did, but this would be really fun to do multiplayer on, hypothetically. Alright, so put another set here, and use them to align things again. Okay, we already have this side thing. If you can hear me chewing gum, say something, because I will get rid of it. Madison gave me a piece of gum before she left. So, you know, it's the kind of thing where if it's annoying, I will not chew gum. I didn't come into the stream like, you know what, I'm going to chew gum through the whole thing and see if anybody gets upset with me. I'm not going to be blowing bubbles or cracking it or anything, but... Okay, so this is the beginning of our track arrangement. I don't know exactly what I'm playing at here. I know that alright, so we need to think of the different options here. I know that I'm going to have tracks across in the middle. Are we going to have 2x2 or are we going to have 4x4? That's the question. Are we going to have one going in each direction or are we going to have two going in each direction? Are we going to, you know, layer them on top of one another like this? And just call that a day? Is that what we're going to do? Is it really going to be that ridiculous? Maybe. It's something that we can do. You know? That isn't that outrageous. It's certainly been done before. And it doesn't look terrible. I'd probably want to super elevate them, but I don't think I'm going to bother with that. Are we going to do it like 2 do that and then 2 go through? This might be our best option for throughput. The other thing I need to take into consideration is the fact that things attaching to this on the side, they might not be 4 tracks. They might be 2, or they might be even 1. So, so I don't know what the best course of action here is, really. Also, this is not centered at all. The other thing is we're going to need switch motors and stuff. I do want to set this up properly. So what do we think? 2 on each arm and 4 in the middle, or 1 and 2 and 1? I don't know. Hold on, let me check something real quick. So, I don't know. I don't know what my favorite idea is. I do know that I'm going to want a set of crossovers, probably here. Which if I'm doing the last set of crossovers here, so figure you're a train and you're coming in on track 4 over here or whatever, and you want to take a left. Then you have to get over, 2 on each leg. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to me, right? It makes sense to me to have 2 on each leg. But the other thing is, I think having 4x4 in the middle is a little bit nuts. So if I do 2 on each leg, what I might also want to do is get rid of one of the middle tracks in each case. Buckeye Nation Railroader, by the way, is the one that said 2 on each leg. So if I were to get rid of this, that means if you're over there, you're roped into going straight. What I actually want to do, what I really want to do, is to ensure that no matter what track you're on, you can get going in any of the directions that you so choose. So if you're on this track, you have to be able to go that way, which I think doing 2 on each leg is the most efficient solution here. And having 4 through the middle is just too much, and I'll not do that. So straighten that one out. I gotta straighten this thing out as well. There. And then get rid of that. Oh, we're gonna have to get rid of all these excess junctions. I don't know what I'm gonna use. Oh, you know what? Let me go and try and download something real quick. Manage content, download station, super signal. I'm gonna download the PRO super signals while we're doing this. There's Amtrak ones, there's N&W, here are the PRR ones. There are quite a few of them. Download. The other thing I want is the signal bridge that goes with them. So let me make sure, let me check if I have this. PRR, oh yeah, JR PRR signal bridge. This is the one I'm thinking of, right? Well, 2 on each leg of the Y makes economical sense. I'm more for realism than anything. Are you going to put an interlocking tower down? Dean asks. Absolutely, I am. Yeah, so this is the... Oh, God, stop. I don't need another one. This is the signal bridge I'm thinking of, I think. And, of course, I made it a little bit too wide. But we'll come back to that. I just wanted to make sure that I had it. Right now, I won't have anything that isn't base or DLS or whatever, or that I can get. I know some of the things the game has automatically imported from Trainz, so that's a little different, but yeah. And yes, so once I get the track layout in place and I get my crossovers in and stuff like that, I am absolutely going to make do this up with an interlocking tower, because frankly I think that's necessary. This area is a little busy to not. Alright, let's get rid of that, get rid of that. So we have 2 in every direction, which, like I said, it makes the most sense to me. I'm glad that you thought so as well. But it makes the most sense to me because now you have equal capacity in all directions. Okay, so am I missing any over here? No, I need to get rid of some excess switch levers. And we're going to have switch motors in this area because it's going to be interlocking tower instead of manual switch levers. We can also probably get rid of our scaffolding tracks. There we go. Get rid of these. Goodbye. 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 Let's see. I also need to get rid of these rulers because we don't need them anymore. We figured out what we were doing. Oh. Go away. There we go. Okay. So the thing with interlocking towers is the trains start trying to pick a route or ask you for a route a half mile out. And the length of a tile is half a mile. So my original thought was, you have a signal bridge back here right at the entrance, and then that's when it asks you. But if I'm going to be putting in crossovers, then I actually probably need to add another tile in every direction. So, wait, have the 2 middle tracks as the main line and then have the 2 outer tracks as the route to each leg of the Y. The 2 outside tracks. Yeah, I mean, is that not what I'm doing? I think that's what I'm doing. Okay. So, I love double crosses. You guys might hate them. That's fair. They are annoying. And it's going to complicate my interlocking tower shenanigans, but I am going to add them right here. So there is a double cross. I don't know if that's too tight. It seems like a model railroad tight. I can make it longer if need be. But we can also slow the hell down. I can't drive around. Oh, we've got the Kanawha. Hold on. Did I download the Fleet of Modernism yet? FOM. Yes. Okay, so let's tack a bunch of these together and just see how it looks going through this junction. I can't do Surveyor and... Jesus, that was loud! That's the first sound I've heard all, like, literally out of Trainz at all, and that just made me jump. Yeah, that seems a little tight to me. So, I do want to be able to hit these at relatively high speeds. So, let's bring that out a little more. Let's get rid of these spline points. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. And get rid of this. Goodbye. And let's see, what feels right? Like that, maybe? That's a lot longer. It feels longer. It is longer. I don't know if it feels right or not. But whatever, we'll do that. We have left the scientific portion of the show. And now we're doing this. So, as is customary, give 3 spaces, blocks, whatever you want to call them, and then put in a thing. The other thing I want to do is... So, the point is, if you're coming, no matter where you're coming from, you're able to go any direction. Not necessarily get from any track to any track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think that's the same length. I might have miscounted. David Mitchell says, hey guys. Hey David Mitchell. Oh, come on. Let me just put these things down, please. Alright, so there we go. Move that into there. So now we have it so that no matter what track you're coming in on, you can go any direction. And you can't even get all the way to one edge track. So if you're on the edge, you can get over to, you know, you can stay on the edge, you can go to this track, or you can go to this track. That's fine. That works pretty well. And I think we're going to replicate this on all edges. So that means we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11. And then 3. And I can recenter these. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then another 3. And then we'll probably put our signal bridge a little back from that. So, because the signals only seem to care about a certain area ahead of them. I think it might actually be a number of junctions. You'd think I would know that after all I've done, but I don't. Some things in Trainz are still an enigma. Uh-oh. That's interesting. It crashed. What was I doing? I wonder if it autosaved. I wonder if I have to turn that on. Let's see. Let me check if there is an autosave option over here. No. Manage content as thumbnails. Enable game controller support. Alright, let's start Trainz. Alright, yeah. I don't need this. Driver surveyor. Dean says oof. My content. New route. It's faulty now. Edit route. Use changes. It didn't save the name of the route. Hopefully it can boot. I don't know why it wouldn't work. It's not like I was doing anything particularly strenuous. I was trying to download that stuff, so maybe that pissed it off. But let's see if we can just load back into this route. My content. Although I've known routes to be faulty because they don't have a thumbnail. So there's that. Ah, there he is. Yes, here I am. Come on now. 2019, I gave you so much hype. I was very pleased with you. I'd heard nothing but good reports. And then you do this to me when I'm doing something extraordinarily simple. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good at all. Hold on. Let's fix this real quick. What did we lose? Oh, we didn't lose much. We lost some ground. We're losing ground. Put a... Okay, so maybe it's there and we just can't see it. Wow, what weird buttons. I can actually move around on this. Is it just the grid is broken? Can I paint on it? Oh. Poof. Watch this. Wave the magic wand. Poof. Poof. That works actually surprisingly well. Okay, hold on. Let's save as. And this is the center junction 0.1. Yeah, 0.1 because it's not done yet. Okay, here we are. We're back. I don't know what I did to piss this game off, but here we are. Should I try to download those signals again? Because that might have been what did it. Let's see. Did I actually get any of them? I got some of them, but I didn't get the like thing that makes them all work. So I guess I'm going to continue attempting this. Hopefully this doesn't lead us to a fat crashy day. Alright, continue downloading super signals. Anyway, back to what we were doing. We were building some track. Use this track because this is the best track. IMO. The bright side is we really didn't lose anything. Instead, we lost some spline points, and that's about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right there. The game said no to standards. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it did. Oh well. It's gonna get them. That's gonna be the thing about my modules. You better keep that that sheet in front of you. I am gonna do my best. So if I have... Whoops. That was a crossover. I don't know why I am doing this, but I'm playing the song Jellyfish Jam from SpongeBob in the background of the stream. I wanted to have music in the background of the stream, but I didn't know really what to do with that, and I didn't know, like, if I'm playing music, right, can I get in trouble? Oh, whoops. That's not what belongs there. Just regular music, because I don't have, like, advertisements on the stream. Obviously, I'd be in trouble if it saves and I try to monetize it. But I don't know about in a stream, because I don't have ads on the stream. So, or like sponsors or anything like that. It's just, you know, you might have to watch an ad when you come in. I don't know. If it is that way, I didn't set it up that way on purpose. But either way, I was just curious as to what it would be. And I also didn't really know what I wanted to play. I've got my own playlist. of all my music, and I just went out and bought the album The Great War by Sabaton and listened to it as I was installing this, and I was basically checking to see if I can install the entire game before the album finished. And it did actually finish. It ended like right before the relatively non-notable song that's the second to last song on that album. Okay, so it didn't make me watch an ad. Okay, good to know. Okay, so we got that, we have that. Spread those guys out, and those guys, put them on the outside just to make them farther apart. I'm going to be on the stream, alright, I'm going to be on the stream in a few minutes. Ciao. Thank you, Dean. Hopefully you will be able to read some things in the stream chat for me, because it is very difficult for me to see the stream chat. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. These are some long crossovers, but I really want people to be able to hit them at least 60 and not have too much of an issue. Okay, so, and here. And then, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There should be like a name for these little grid lines. I know it's 10 meters, so I guess grid lines is what the name is. I don't know why it took me that long to sort of recall that. But anyway. Yep, spread those guys out. Straighten that out. Oh, that was already straightened. That needs to be straightened. This, I think, is already straightened. Yeah, it is. I'll be back in a few. I need to jump in the shower. Good, I can smell you from here. You know the maximum speed limit for crossovers. You know the maximum speed limit for crossovers, I believe, is 50 miles per hour. I don't think that's the case. Considering the crossovers that I go through at 80 miles an hour on the daily on my way to work. I don't think that's the case. Maybe they're just really gunning it. Or maybe it doesn't count as a crossover because of the way it's set up. I don't know. But whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I somehow doubt that even in the highest speed portions of the Northeast Corridor, you have to slow down to 50 to take a crossover. Okay, but I am far from an expert. It crashed again. Maybe it is the signals. Oh, but I was doing the same thing both times. I was sort of reaching forward and putting, attaching a spline point. Also, is there an update? I don't know if I can get an update. I assume it might have downloaded the most recent thing, but all right. And here, this is let's edit the route. Use changes. Let's see, no, the tiles didn't disappear this time. All right, where was I? This is fine. Oh, let's make another save. No, I don't want to save the session. Save as. Alright, so we've got our good old crash counter, I'm sure. That's fine, that's fine, those are fine, that's fine. There are no things over here, so that's interesting. Also, I can tell that Madison just got back with the groceries, and I should go help her bring those in. There we go. There we go. Just making doubly sure of this. So this means we basically only have one... Whoops. Yeah, okay, you can tell when those are out of alignment. Alright, let's put our spline points down here before I have to run off. And I will be back within a couple of minutes, so... 3, 6, 9, 11. and put our spline points down, and then put our other set of spline points down, just 3 things away. Put our 3, 6, 9, 11. So again, it might be the leaning back and trying to attach something far away between 2 spline points. It seems to be repeatable though, so you know, I could probably submit this to N3V and they'd be able to suss that one out. All right, I will be right back. I apologize, but I'll only be a minute or two. I knew you were coming. Back to work. All right, I'm back. Apologize for the delay, but at least I have egg biscuits now. So, back to what we were doing. I really need to stop doing that. I need to move closer to a spline point when I am clicking on it. That seems to be the culprit. Or it is just the downloading stuff. And I will try to suss that out by not downloading anything right now and downloading that stuff later. So, we have the interlocking towers. That's an important piece. I already got those downloaded. The signals are, yes, they're important, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's super duper important that we get them right now, at least. We can get them in a minute. All right. Try to make sure that these guys are straightened like they're supposed to be. But I think we have our track arrangement. So let me just check everything and let me see if I have a switch motor. Okay, switch lever. Motor. Point motor. I had some NS one that I used to use for that I've been using for Tollbrand rather, not used to use. So let's see if I can get one on the download station. So here we go again. Download station, switch motor. Okay. Show me the money. Does it actually show the download station window when that's what I have highlighted? No, I guess not. Really? Nothing? What? There's nothing called switch motor? Hmm. I'm just gonna look through this stuff. Ground shunt signal. Well, that's kind of cool looking. Rail motor. That's a little rail bus thing. I should get all of those. Ours, yeah. So these are like locomotives. Let's see. Let's see. NS switch. NS switch lever manual. No. Oh, it's switch machine. Switch machine. Switch machine NS black. That is what I need. That is what I was using previously. I don't know why I was calling it a switch motor. This seems like a slur. Is it done yet? Did it download yet? Nope, still going. It'll be a minute. Also, why do I have this set to retract? Hold on. General settings. Interface settings. So, default last use assets. Auto hide. Yeah, no, I don't want to auto hide that. Let me see that bar all the time. I would join. I'm at launch. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, why?
Am I supposed to be quiet?
No, you're not supposed to be quiet. If you're,
Okay.
you know, whatever. If you're here, you're here.
Okay. Good. Being quiet isn't one of my strong suits.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know.
Yep. How are you doing today?
Pretty good now that I'm underway here. I've already crashed 2019 twice, so I haven't even like done anything strenuous. It doesn't like me, I guess. It knows that I'm just here to mess with it and do this thing, and then I'm gonna go back to Tane for a while. It's like, I know you're cheating on me, or I know I'm the other. It knows it's the other one.
You're the side action, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you messed with the graphical settings at all?
I haven't. I put it on medium, but really nothing I'm looking at is particularly graphically intensive. If you look at my stream, you'll understand what I mean.
Let me see if I can get that to work.
It's a YouTube stream.
Oh, that makes sense.
We live.
We live.
We're doing it live. I am building the center junction for the modular railroad. The goal for me today is to get done as many modules as I can before like 3 o'clock or so, which is when Madison's brother is going to come over, and then we're going to hang out for a while. Maybe like play Halo or something. But I'm actually going to see if I can get him to play War Thunder. So yeah, the stream itself is a little ways behind. Who just Oh, Patrick the Fox says, okay, I'm back. I can't really read the stream chat, so if you want to keep an eye on that for me.
Yeah, sure, why not? What track are you using?
This is the Tane wooden track, because I looked at some of the newer tracks and I was like, eh.
Oh, but the new track's so nice.
It looks almost too nice. That's the thing. I looked at it and I was like, this looks too good. I think
What does that mean?
I don't know. I just don't like it. It looks like hyper realistic.
Oh, I love the PBR ballast and the like auto, not the auto, the procedurally generated lengths for ties.
Oh yeah.
Like I've got a narrow gauge track that the ties are always just slightly canted. They're slightly, longer than the previous or shorter than the previous, and it's randomized, so it just looks great.
Yeah, see, there's a 30-inch track like that. I
thought they had a standard gauge version of it too.
They do. Track 1 procedural seasonal. I don't know. There isn't enough contrast between the ties and the ballast with the ones that I was looking at. And then the other ones are concrete. Also, what does Jara mean?
I don't know. The ballast is really red for that.
At the end of the day, oh, I like this one actually. At the end of the day,
Alexander Medlin.
Hang on, it hasn't placed
what?
yet.
You.
Thanks, Dean. Glad you're here. What I was saying is, at the end of the day, I can just use the replace asset tool and replace all the track anyway. So I figured I'd build
This
with
is
this,
true.
and if I found something I liked later, then I would just do that.
That's true.
You know, I didn't move up with the tracks immediately, and I don't think I did. Did I start using Tane track immediately when I moved up to?
No.
Yeah.
No. You're still using the, I think you were actually still using the Chinese track
Yeah.
from 12, because it's what the Horsemen route was built on.
Yeah, I was using the CHN track, and I think I was using, I was using the hot track for a while there, and some other stuff, some JR tracks.
Mm.
Hello.
Hey, come on.
Hello.
I am making modules for the Iron Horseman Modular Railroad. I'm trying to...
I have a few questions.
Okay, shoot.
How many tiles is our portion allowed?
You can, I mean, you can make it as long as you want. For the test version, I've been saying 1 to 4 and only run it east-west and only have 2 tracks. But at the end of the day, I'm building these so that you can have 1 track, 2 tracks, or 4 tracks. You can run east to west or north to south or any direction as long as the endpoints are centered in the tile. And the only real stipulation, the biggest one, at least aside from the tracks being at the center of the tile, is that you need to keep things at height 0. You know, if you are going to have a hill, it needs to come back down.
That's what I was going to ask, because I could build a mountain pass, let's say.
Yeah.
But I'd have to go back to 0.
Exactly. You would have to come back
What
to 0
goes
on the
up
other
must
side.
come down.
Or collaborate with somebody who is going to build the next tile. That's the one thing I didn't want to do, which was... The one thing I didn't want to do was try to build tiles that would conform to different heights. Or try to build these base modules that would conform to different heights, because that just seemed like way too much work.
Yeah, that, and we have already know how that happened with...
I mean, it was problematic. I mean, if we may remember, one of the biggest issues we had with the Horseman route was people building their portions the wrong way around. I believe
that's the one thing. Why can't you turn your route in Trainz?
Oh my god, it's a pain.
That seems like that seems so simple.
It seems it, but there must be something that prevents it. I don't know.
It seems it, but N3V is scared of vectors.
I'm scared of it.
They love it. Just
No.
No, I know Vector.
Alright, let's
I'm actually excited for the module thing because I have a few things I'd like to do.
nice.
Cool.
I'm looking forward to seeing them. It's like, well, we can't do multiplayer surveyor right now, we can at least do this.
We can do a collaborative.
Yeah.
That is also true.
Collaborative.
Also, have you set terms for what am I trying to say? What assets you can use? Are there only DLS
I
built
don't,
in?
I don't care. I said at the beginning of the stream that I would like it if we kept everything on the DLS and then we could play multiplayer on these things. But I don't really want to limit people like that. I can always just tack, you know, if there are certain modules that it works with and certain modules that it doesn't, like certain modules have DLS assets and whatever, I can just, you know, rearrange them, delete some, put them together again.
Boil a mash them, stick them in a stick.
Yeah, exactly. This is a modular railroad. I can put it together a million different ways.
That is the point, isn't it?
Yeah.
I will.
You what?
So y'all know when y'all were in Wyoming chasing the big boy, basically 2-lane roads and it was hell.
Yeah.
We were on the highway.
That is Texas right now and it is miserable.
Well.
Like on
And
the
what
map,
are you doing, Kevon? And what are you doing?
I got lunch with friends and I'm taking an alternate route.
But what are you out doing? What is your ultimate goal here?
What? I'm going to meet friends in Palestine. I'm going to meet Brad and another friend. I mean, I'm done chasing for the most part.
You were.
foaming.
But you were.
The train's an hour and a half of me.
All these goddamn chasers are getting in the way of my chasing.
No, it's not the chasers, it's the pacer.
Yeah,
The chasers, it's the pacers.
he's not
The
wrong.
Pacers,
Literally,
they are
okay,
really obnoxious.
if you go on Google Maps right now and see the traffic that the train is going near, you can know exactly where the train is.
Though.
You watch it
There was
move.
just about a mile of red, and it just keeps moving up and up
We have
and up.
a mile-long traffic jam progressing at roughly 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, and all these highways are 70 and 75.
Now you're reminding me of O'Gilly's.
God, why are you going 50? The limit is 80.
Oh my god. And then he
Can I
got
see
on
that
us
now?
for going too slow.
Yeah,
We were
the
behind
limit
him.
isn't 80. Look at the sign.
We were behind him. He dictated
We
the
were.
speed.
Yep.
Oh my god.
But you guys are going too slow. You're not able to keep up.
What have I done?
What do you mean we're not able to keep up? We had this truck at 100 miles an hour coming across Utah.
The police wants to know your location.
Well,
Well,
PO Box 10157. Go screw yourself.
PO Box.
I don't know what the statute of limitations is on speeding.
I think it's about
Probably
5
60.
minutes.
Serious. I'm actually kind of curious if that's a real thing.
Well, how would you verify that anyway after the fact? They've got the
There is no way they could.
They've got the GPS data from your little your insurance thing.
I don't have
We
one of those, so
know.
meh.
Yeah, I don't either.
That doesn't
Unlike
count.
Chris, who has one.
I don't have one because my cars are way too old.
In most speeding is not a prosecutable offense. It's a moving violation. In most states, moving violations must be observed by a peace officer in order to be issued. So the statute of limitations is if they didn't see it happen, then it did not happen.
The statute of limitations is immediately.
The statute of limitations is as long as you're getting away with it, you're getting away with it. It's that moment when you're no longer getting away with it that it suddenly sucks.
Woo!
Yeah.
And we know that one.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna.
There is no sinking feeling greater.
I am gonna save this, and then I'm gonna try to finish downloading these PRR super signals so that I can use them. Because I think that's what's been crashing me, trying to play the game and also download things at the same time.
Yeah, it doesn't like that.
Tane never had a
Wait,
problem
then like
with
what?
It'll do. Well, how much are you trying to download?
it. All the PRR super signals.
Which is
Oh,
Several. Many.
okay.
are you playing the game?
Dozens,
and trying to
hundreds.
install
What are
that
we
stuff?
talking here?
A few dozen. But really, I just want to download the, I want to download the, library that makes it all work.
Right.
Oh, and apparently
okay.
they've got a bunch of deps.
Dep.
So,
Dep. It's
Yeah.
like Gus.
I mean, I could download, the crappy old ones, but... Nah. Okay, I need an
What?
interlocking tower. I need an advanced interlocking tower is what I need.
Inflictor.
I merged part of my route, my old route. Well,
TR3.
I merged a part that I took out back my current route. And for whatever reason, all my advanced interlocking towers broke.
F.
And I don't feel like going back.
But just the advanced
So
ones, the
those,
regular ones work fine?
No, I only use the advanced one.
Oh, okay. See, I don't have any signals, so I can't actually start building this.
Yeah, my problem is I don't want to do one of my towers because it 3 tracks on one side, 2 tracks on the other with connection.
Mm-hmm. I know the exact location you're talking about.
I also added crossover tracks for the commuter line. Oh, I'm crazy.
Yeah, we know.
Hey,
Okay.
Kevon, guess what today is?
Hump day.
But
It's the first day of Polar.
mine doesn't start until the day after Thanksgiving.
And that's why your Polar is better than ours. Merry November 8th, everyone. It's not the 8th,
Merry
it's the 9th now.
November 8th.
Merry November 9th, pardon me.
Oh, you
Although
know
even
what?
that's not true because they've been doing rehearsal runs for the past 3 nights. We started on the 6th.
I'm gonna move these up.
Wait, why do you have to do? Oh, for the I guess part-time.
So they know how
Yeah,
to. So they know how to run the train,
Yeah.
Kevon.
So the actors know how to not kill themselves.
I don't
We need to remember how to Polar Express.
You hold
See,
on
we don't
tightly.
even have practice runs, so that's something.
There was, oh gosh, I think it was 2 years ago. There was an occasion for Polar where we came down the hill on the final lap. We're coming into the station, or maybe it was the North Pole. I can't remember. One of the station stops, and all the lights are out. And we're almost positively like, call the conductor. Hey, is this the last lap? Yeah, this should be the last lap. They're asleep at the switch. They don't have their lights on, so we just went for another lap. Like we came in really slow, and then just accelerated out of the station again. It's like a touch and go.
That was the ice. That's what it was.
The ice is frozen over the tracks.
Or maybe they were caribou.
What?
Caribou.
That is the excuse for anytime anything goes wrong.
It's
What,
Then
caribou.
we have to stop. Yes.
Of course.
Anytime we have an unexpected stop, it's caribou.
Cool Driver says, Trayman, I used to
Y'all
watch you
just
since
remind-
2007. Wow. That's been a long time. I'm stunned that I've been going that long. ISO says,
Serious.
nerds and foamers in this chat.
You were what, 11?
I was young.
Good God.
I was, I don't think I was making videos in 2007. I was working in 2006. Like I was,
That was the merry-go-round.
No, I mean I was working in 2006, like Trainz 2006.
Oh.
So there might be some confusion going there, but I don't think I was making videos in 07. I don't think I've had my
07's
channel
a
for that long.
long way back.
It is a long way back.
Well, no, 2012 was out when
2000.
you made that video.
It's like 2009?
Yeah.
10. I don't know.
I believe 2010.
I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
know.
Go back to my
I think,
OG videos.
well, I think we all started to, like, we kind of formed the Horsemen and the Modern Minecraft group in what, 13 or 12?
I don't know.
I think the Horsemen came about in like 2014, then the series in 15.
No, well, the series was 15 because it premiered like a week after we were at Train Mountain.
Yep.
I remember sitting at the depot and you're like, "Hey, the Horseman premieres in a week," and we hadn't even started. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah. I worked my butt off when I got home.
Yep.
I had like a watershed moment of like, I don't think I can do this, and then fast forward like 3 weeks, and I could put an episode out in a couple days.
Episode 4 you did in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I
Which-
can't.
Yeah,
No, I think it was
again.
episode 3. I don't think it was episode 4.
It was Saddle Prank Engine, whichever
Yeah,
one that was.
That's 3. I'm pretty sure that's 3.
Oh, I thought it was 4. Either way,
Well,
if you ever do
episode
that
4
again
of,
and it doesn't kill you, I will kill you.
episode 4 of season 2 was very similar, and it was a lot harder because I was trying to interpret the stuff in the script because that was your script.
Yes, and I was in
like-
the midst of something. I can't remember what.
Well, I couldn't get hi, what? Oh my god.
Ran out of cheese.
Yeah, okay, go put that in the fridge. I was having to interpret some of the things that I just didn't know how you pulled them off in train, like how you would pull them off in trains. Like the spotlight and stuff.
That was the thing. They weren't meant to be pulled off in Trains. They were
Oh.
meant to be Gary's mod.
Oh, okay. Well,
Because that script was written before. I'm trying to think. It might have been summer season with work that I was just so busy.
mhm.
The script was written when it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I can take a couple weeks and work on this and get the effects down really nicely. And then reality happened.
Mhm.
I mean, to be fair, we did sort of pull it off with the spotlight.
I don't think episode 4 came out that badly.
No,
I mean, if
I like that.
What was episode 4?
episode 4 of season 2
Mm-hmm.
was in the Navy.
Yeah, in the
Mhm.
Navy.
In the Navy.
So I have a coworker that asks, "How's the Horsemen going?"
Mhm.
It's going.
It is existing.
Oh, look at Puffy. Puffy's getting.
Puppy,
It does
that's a name.
definitely exist. I'm just gonna use this grass. I'm gonna end up covering this with Why is there an echo? I'm hearing my own voice and I
One.
don't like it.
I'm hearing my.
I'm hearing that too.
Is that better?
I don't know. Is it? Yeah. It
Now,
seems
what
to be
is
better.
this?
I've got this
Is it
grass.
echoing?
This grass sucks. All right, I'm doing something different. That grass
Grass
is worse.
sucks.
Let's see. How about autumn grass 3? What the heck? That's not grass.
What the heck? That's not grass.
Yeah, I'm hearing myself.
All right, 1 second.
Something's wrong. I can feel it. How about
You can
ye oldie
feel it
Alps
in the
grass? This stuff has been around forever.
What the hell is this?
What?
I found something that you may actually want to watch on stream.
Oh no.
Scare.
I may want to
Also,
watch it
that's
on
hilarious.
stream.
Come on.
Ellis,
That's hilarious.
What?
use grassy grass.
Grassy grass.
So juicy juice.
Is that a texture?
Oh,
What
never
is
mind.
this?
It's a spline.
What is it?
Okay.
Just
I'm just gonna paint this all green. Green for
Green.
glory.
Oh my god.
God damn it. Thank you, Peter Fonda.
I love Peter Fonda.
Skip to 20 seconds.
I'm
In.
not gonna be able to like pull it up.
Oh.
Dual hexagon shotgun. I like the post above that.
Fucking sound effects just ruin it.
Yeah, they do. I was watching it muted the first time, so just do that.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just gonna
It's-
paint everything green, and like
Green.
there's no reason to. There's really
If only there
no
was a
reason
button to paint everything green at once.
Yeah,
There is,
it's
but it won't be rotated.
be
It
randomized.
won't be spun textures, and so it won't look as good.
Oh. Do you have auto rotate?
Nope, I just hold down a button.
Oh.
When you spin your textures, just hold down left or right thingy. Left or right bracket.
I'm not used to having a large enough area that I have to worry about it.
You know, once upon a time,
Didn't you
somebody
make
made
it
fun
stop
of me
flat?
for my drawing of a, like, you know the
Yeah.
little swoosh you make when you do an integral?
Yeah.
Like, I screwed one up terribly, and somebody was like, wow, nice job. And I just gave them this glare, and then they left me alone.
Okay.
They were like, okay. I felt power in that moment, and then I was like, yeah, I really need to learn to draw this thing.
That's not the one I've had trouble with. The one I have is the not the L for Laplace, little like curvy bracket.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it's shift bracket on a
Yeah.
keyboard. Those are I can draw them if I take time with it, but if I'm just writing at my normal speed and attempt to do it, it comes out as this just abomination of.
I can only
Yeah.
draw those if they are, like, 2 lines high, you know? I cannot
Yeah.
draw a small version of those brackets. And
I can.
it just happens to me now. Well, good for you, Dean.
Congratulations!
It's not that hard. You just gotta
For you.
visualize how it looks.
If it was that easy, I would be an expert painter. Like, if it was
Serious.
visualizing.
I gotta wash the marble. I gotta date the marble. I gotta be the marble. You've just gotta visualize it within. Okay, Da Vinci, thanks.
Look.
Dean
That was,
Vinci, Leonardo Dean Vinci.
God
See,
damn it.
Remember, Dean, remember how I used to call you the least helpful? I know. I understand that was rude, but
I forgot about that.
but I've realized that I was wrong.
It's like a stretched out S. Come on.
You're not the least helpful. You just have a way of
Being
describing your help in a way that is unhelpful.
What?
That is unhelpful.
You were breaking out.
You cut off.
Ah, damn. You have a way of describing your help in a way that is unhelpful.
Yup.
Look, think of it as an elongated S.
It looks nothing like an S.
On the note of elongated,
Oh no.
thing yesterday, if you're driving a Tesla that's
I
Edison,
knew that was gonna happen.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Think of it as an
That's funny.
elongated S. Well, half of an elongated S, and then just flip it
for
for like the
Okay. Next time I go to
Think of it.
write one, I'll remember that.
yeah, serious.
yeah, because
Forgive me for being rude here, Dean. How many integrals have you done recently?
I thought he was talking about the squiggly bracket.
yeah,
Oh, I thought we were talking about the integral thing, because that is an elongated S.
That is an elongated S. Well, I can do that now. I think
Yeah, like,
squiggly
And then,
bracket.
well, and then further evidence by the fact that you sort of sarcastically said, "Yeah, I'll remember that next time I do one." I.e., you never do integrals by hand ever.
Oh no, I was gonna say I never draw squiggly brackets, but I actually
I mean
do.
that too.
I actually do. Oh crap! I'm on 10-meter grid. All right, you
F.
know what? I was gonna not do 10-meter grid at all, or I was gonna not do 5-meter grid. But since we're sitting here waiting for these things to finish up,
download.
yeah, I'll turn on 5-meter grid and see how this looks.
All right. Well, I'm going to take off.
All right, peace.
Gotta go grease a thing and then run in circles.
Mhm.
Okay, so are you
Circles
gonna
in
grease
that
your thing
real
before
line.
you leave?
Yes.
Nah.
Anyway,
Do it on company time, man.
do it on
care,
company
guys.
time. See ya. All right, so I need some ballast.
It's in Boston.
All right, so I don't know if this is appropriate ballast. I don't like this ballast. Should get something else.
Mhm.
Where's the dirt that I always use?
Can you get it from Tolbrand? No, wait, you don't have it.
No, I would have to
installed or
install it.
anything.
I guess I can use this. This works.
Like, what you could do is to like transfer your files over. It's
I mean, honestly, I
know
could
how to
just
do it.
download V2.2 of Tolbrand off the download station.
yeah, but what? Yeah, but that's just going to take a while.
Yeah, but that's what I would do.
I mean,
As
you
opposed
can.
to exporting everything and re-importing everything. I'd rather just use the DLS and let it go overnight or something.
Alright.
Speaking of which, how are my signals coming? Okay, I've downloaded 3 of them. Awesome.
And
I
before
just-
they're broken.
I just wanted to download. I wanted to download the library that makes them work. I only need a couple of them. I just don't know which ones those are. All right, so this is gonna be it. You know, if I didn't add grass or trees, it would look just like this. It would be very reminiscent of maps that I used to build in 06. Before I understood grass.
What is this? What is this headline? Florida man dies in explosion after attempting to microwave a microwave.
I used the microwave to microwave the microwave.
Indeed.
Okay, so here's another question at Bombs221. Apparently, IHC takes place in an alternate history timeline. Does the Cold War get hot in a not nuclear way? I am going to not answer that question because I am working on this short story set that should explain most of the history of the universe. It's a good question, though. I'll say that much.
It's a very question.
Also, it's worth saying that the Cold War, the Cold War is going on, or would be going on, during the Iron Horseman Chronicles, hence the whole thing with What was his name? It was
It's
like McCarthy,
between-
but not.
Like McCarthy, but not. Okay, that's
Yeah.
helpful.
The guy who tried to throw Ivan in.
Oh, MacArthur.
MacArthur. Yeah, there we go. Between him and Ivan, and also Eric being Eric. So, it's a good question. There's definitely a lot of tension going around the world, but not exactly for the normal reasons of the Cold War. It all dates back to the 30s and a set of islands called the Fontaine Sea in the Pacific. If you look that up on a map, you will not find it. Okay. So, yeah, I'm just going to continue with this. And maybe I guess I'll bring the... I do intend to do trees, so maybe I'll bring the trees in later. I don't have time for lollygagging or anything, because I'm trying to get as much of this done as possible. It's already 1:30, and I haven't gotten through one module yet. So, it looks like I'm going to get done a module, and that's going to be about it. Hopefully the other ones will be quicker when I come around to it, because this is the kind of thing where, this is the most complicated module by a margin. So, and I haven't even touched the interlocking tower stuff yet, because I don't have the signals to do it. Go in this direction. The game really hates when I do this. This used to be like the method of choice in 06. Holding right click and left click and just moving along in a straight line. But now the game will run at like 10 frames per second whenever you try to attempt this. It is better than I'm recalling in Tane, but
it's not as good.
Yeah, in Tane it is basically you can't do this. And right now I'm succeeding to do this. So it's marginally better at least. I also have the graphics turned up higher, because in Tane I have graphics on like the lowest. And here I have them on medium. But this is not a particularly complicated tile, so I intend for none of this to be particularly complicated. I don't know what that was.
Forgot, I know.
Oh, it was Kevon trying to talk.
Is it that?
Kevon, you're not having a good time over there. Bucket Nation Railroad asks, do you still have TRS 2006? Oh yeah, it's still there.
Oh yeah.
It's just spoopy.
It's the ghost of 06. It comes back sometimes. It starts like trying to download files. When I download a CDP, sometimes it'll open in 06 automatically. And I've disabled that more than once, but it'll just start doing it. Be like, no, no, no. Stop. Close that thing.
What is this?
I don't know. What is that?
Free real-time voice changer for online game. What?
What? Natural male enhancement?
No. What?
Cats Take Traincraft says, hey man. Hey man.
Hey.
So, come on, just get this ballast in. How's my download doing? Still 3 items. Darn. Oh, you know what? I think it's getting the mesh library right now, so that's big. Why don't you play TRS 2006 as a throwback on a stream sometime? I would not want to attempt to boot that thing up. I would not. Patak Kovar says, hi. Wow, that's a lot of accents in your name, dude. Hi. Welcome to the stream. We're making a module. My speedrun of building modules, I would not say was successful. So, here we are. I'm just trying to wrap up one before I have to go. Which, I'm only halfway through the stream probably, but still. If another module is going to take just as long, I don't know about this. Also, I want to see if... So, Kevon said something about... he lost data in his interlocking towers when he moved them from one, when he merged routes. So that's alarming to me, because I would like my interlocking towers to...
I did.
One, you're just not
Yeah,
there.
Con cannot. Can people in the Discord make one too? Yes, absolutely. This is a Discord project for the Iron Horseman Chronicles, or the Iron Horseman Discord channel. I am making these as base modules in order to connect all of the different modules. So this, in case people build some that are north-south instead of east-west, you can connect them with this thing. And additionally, I will have some curve modules and some interlocking tower modules, or interlocking modules that are straight sections. I also am going to build some end cap modules with portals and a reversing loop. They work, they are yellowed out and might need a tweak. Ah, okay. Yes, and Patakovar says, yeah, because I'm from Czech Republic, and this is my favorite game. Well, awesome. I've been sitting on 2019 for a very long time, and it's cool to see that I have somebody, a viewer from the Czech Republic. That's neat.
Getting international.
We're going international. Trainz says I might consider making one. I encourage it. I mean, it doesn't even have to be long. You can build a single tile, and I would include it as a module. So, yeah, Godspeed, more power to you. Absolutely do it. And if you need thoughts, or if you need help or inspiration, the guys in the route building channel, I'm sure will be happy to help. And I'm one of them. So, I will be happy to help. Come on, just make this a little bit bigger. Yeah. All right, go that way. Do you have British trains? I can't see who asked that. I might. I don't know what comes with 2019. I think it just downloaded Healesville, so I have Australian trains. I don't intend to have anything on this module, like, set up, so it's really neither here nor there for me at this point. I think Eric is building a module that's Japanese, because the limitation is standard gauge. Yeah, and A, of course he is, and B, the Shinkansen is like the only standard gauge in the country, so that's why.
Yeah.
Come on, just squeeze it. Squeeze on down there. I want to go faster, but I don't want to miss spots like I just did. Yeah. Alright, go. So, I might have some. I can check, but I'm trying to get these tiles done. Or these modules done. No. I'm not putting like a completion date on modules, like you have to have them done by this point. I don't actually care if you take your sweet time with them. In fact, I think you ought to. But the location is going to be a total first come first served basis. If you build, if you build the first north-south module, then you get to pick north or south of this center junction here. If you build the first east-west module, same thing, and then from there you basically have to tack on to people's modules or whatever. What are you guys using if you're not in the public recording channel? We're using a non-public recording channel. There's a Horseman recording channel that's set up for people of higher rank. And because I was just basically trying to just get this stuff done, I did want to see if people came in and gave me advice or could read the stream chat for me, but I didn't necessarily want to open it up to everybody. Not this time, at least. Because there's no real advantage to that, because this isn't multiplayer. If I'm doing something like War Thunder, I love to do it on public recording, because then I can be like, come join. Here, not so much. So, come on, go a little faster, will you? Let's get this texture done. And this is going to be basically it for texture. I'm definitely not going to be extravagant with anything on these modules. Anything at all. The extravagant part is the interlockings. Alright, there we go. We have almost all the texture done. Let's see where we are with things. Still on item number 3. That must be the mesh. It appears to be the mesh. So, I see the blue line says, well, it's not Skype. Yeah. You're right, it's not. Let me... Okay, come on. It's such a pain to paint these curves. And I don't want to try and follow them like I was doing with the straightaways, because I would just lose control and end up painting everywhere. It would look like a 2-year-old that doesn't know how to paint between the lines. Or, in this case, just outside of the lines, but nowhere else. The rail lines. I really wish this would finish downloading this thing. I really wish, because that is the next step. It's the next hurdle. I might have to move on to another block, or, you know, another module and come back to this one. In fact, it might even make sense for me to go and make all of the basics of those modules instead of this, or instead of doing them one at a time. You know, I jump into one, I make the tiles, I jump into the next one, I make the tiles, jump into the next one, make the tiles, and then I come through and do track and then scenery. I'm not sure which is more efficient, honestly. The other method does involve a lot of loading, so maybe that's not advisable. But oh, did it just finish? I think I just saw something happen. But yeah, I know it might be helpful. So if people are building one-track modules, as much as I would love to say, yeah, just do one centered track, it makes more sense to me for me to say build one just barely off-center track. That makes more sense, because then I don't have to make like a 5th track down the middle of here or something that would join them. The other thing though is so I don't know how exactly this should work out. I could actually do 2 sets of, you know, 3 sets of double crosses. That might actually work. Because assuming that we have 4 tracks on that leg and only 1 on this leg, maybe that would make it difficult. No, I think... I'm trying to think about all the permutations, and because you can get it any direction from any track, I think that's all that needs to happen. Because there's never going to be a situation where you only have one of the outer tracks and not one of the inner tracks. So I think the organization of switches that we have right now is fine, and if you guys think otherwise, feel free to say so. No, it's still downloading that library. Oh, and I missed one leg.
Ooh.
So I'm not sure. Should I go through and do trees on this, or should I go and work on the track work from the next module? There's something kind of ambitious I want to do with the curve modules, which is I want to build one and then use the copy-paste feature to rotate it. That might be ill-advised, but I want to do it. Other thing I want to do is add fencing along these. I know I said I wouldn't go overboard, but I just feel like I want to treat them as a slightly lower quality version of Tolbrand, and having the fences along the tracks between the tracks and the trees, I think is good. So let's see what we have for fences. Fence. Let's see, we've got wooden fences, we've got a couple of chain link fences. That would probably help. This has got a chain link fence with barbed wire on it. We've got a wire fence, which honestly, this is kind of what I was thinking of. Yeah, that would look good. Let's do that. Let's do the wire fence. Can you show the British locomotives? Well, I'm trying to build here. I will look through and see what I have in a little while if I do happen to find some downtime, but I only have a specified amount of time to make this stream, and I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to make another one. Now, this is the most important module by far. This is the module that everything else is going to be built off of, so as long as we finish this one, then yeah, that will be, I mean, I won't say it's good enough, but it would be passable, you know? Is the definition of passable good enough? Vote now on your phones. So I'll look through what I have in a minute, because I'm curious as to what's built in, but this construction undertaking is what I came here for, and it's far more important. And this is really, it's twofold. It's to get these things done. It's to have a little moment where I can talk to you guys if you want to ask questions like, where the hell have you been? And it's also to spread the word about the modular railroad. Because I want to see people doing this. I really do. This is one of my, I mean, I won't say it's one of my dreams because that makes it seem like I came up with it all on my own and blah, 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 blah. But it is something that I wanted to do. For a long time, I wanted to take people's orphan routes, like routes that they'd given up on, and tie them all together into a mega route. Move the middle switch closer behind those two on the side. Like move this back? Because that doesn't help. I want a train coming in on the edge track here to be able to cross over here and then cross over there and go that way. If we don't have this after these two, then a train out here is going to be able to only take a right or go straight. So if I swap these two around, you know, if I move this back behind these two single crossovers, that wouldn't help us. That would make things worse. So I don't think that's a good idea. I see what you're saying though. Unless I'm misunderstanding. Or like move this, yeah, and double up these on. Huh. I could do double crosses for these two, but I would have to keep them where they are. The only advantage that would give me is a train in here could get to the outer track here, but currently a train in there can still do that. They just have to get through this part first. Now, it still might help. It still might help. So I'll continue thinking about it because it's not a bad idea. But I don't know. It seems like overkill. And like I said, I am trying to avoid that, even though lately I've been kind of the king of overkill. Actually, that's not true. I am but a court jester to the king of overkill, and his name is Mason. So yeah, kind of wish he was here. Then he could tell me about all the things I'm doing wrong. Just kidding, he's not like that. He does tend to be fairly insightful when it comes to putting things together. So he is immensely helpful when it comes to anything road related. So I mean, I'm not going to be building any roads here, but if we were, I would probably page him. He helped me build one of my favorite bits of road that I've ever created or ever built, which is the boulevard in Mason Valley with the trams running down the center of it. I was like, I know what I want to do. How do I accomplish this? And he told me, exactly what to do, all the assets that I needed, and it came out fantastic. I'm aware of this. I will fix that before somebody says anything about that little spot that I'm missing. But thank you for your input, Pata. Or build double switch behind. Yeah, see, that is another option. That is a little bit more enticing of an option. So if I built another switch back here or something, but because that would let somebody over here get over here, and then, you know, somebody coming this way would be able to avoid them. It gives us more options. I just don't. If it becomes an issue in the future, I will update this and I'll make like a 2.0. But it's a thought. I know, I'm sure you guys just want to see me building, you know, doing fun track works and stuff like that. And trust me, that's what I want to do too. But at the end of the day, I need to just get these modules out the door, particularly this one. Alright, so I think I missed... Okay, no, I straightened that one out. Yeah, I didn't straighten this one out. And yeah, this one either. I realized that you can do double slip switches in Transport Fever, and boy, that was a game changer. Because I've been playing quite a bit of that. And I've got a lot of interesting engines. You would probably be interested, Planet B, 365. You'd probably be interested in all the engines that I managed to pick up for Transport Fever off the workshop. If you have that game, I absolutely suggest browsing the workshop and finding things that you like. I also do have to recommend the Industry DLC mod, because it's particularly cool and interesting. It is kind of a pain, I will say that. If you're only get it if you're not content with the depth of industry production chains in Transport Fever as is. If you are totally okay with them, or even if they're even overwhelming, because they can be sometimes, then absolutely don't worry about this mod. But if you're like, you know what, this isn't enough, I wish this game was harder, then get it, because it gives you a lot more options. But if you start playing with one industry, of course, Transport Fever dictates you have to take care of all of the inputs and outputs to it before it'll start working. So, yeah. So that can be problematic, especially if the industries tend to... Is this stream not working? Oh, it's working. Also, is it bad my Bandicam doesn't work? Yeah, no, it's probably not good. I would go download the most recent version or something, because that's what saved me when mine stopped working. Let's straighten this out. They did make a T1. Okay, so if we're going to do engines for a second, let's do engines for a second. There we go. Here's Johnson. If you want to load. Jodgson, yeah. I do actually have... I haven't looked at it. I do actually have the... That looks interesting.
The Jodgson?
Yeah. The textures haven't loaded, so it's just, like, all matte colored. It looks interesting, to say the least. There we go. Oh, for Transport Fever? That's a good question. I don't think there is one. So here's these two. The Dreyfus from N3V it's very detailed. It's very interesting compared to the K&L one. Which I need to install all of that. I need to install all my K&L here. Let's see, what do I have? What are these? What is this? What are you? I've got a whole bunch of American stuff. There's the ATSF thing. This is a rotary gun, 4,000 cubic foot. I have some British stuff. There's British rail, containers, and this guy, except it's totally... Okay, that's some sort of weird car. I have that thing. BR, I have a class 37, class 47, class 55, 105, 313. Okay, so here's your class 37. This thing's pretty iconic. That was kind of loud. Class 47. Also iconic, but kind of ugly. They all have very different engine noises, which I quite like. And these are like coaches or multiple units. I have the HST. I know they made drapers for Transport Fever. KNLJ3 is way better. Awesome. God, this is loud. It's different. It's definitely different. Is that everything I have for? Can you show British Steamies? I don't think I have any.
I do.
Yeah, there's a tank car. There's car carriers. Yeah, I think all the stuff that they gave me for British stuff is too new. I haven't had the chance to go and download anything yet, so not that I would normally download British stuff, but I got stuff from route reviews, etc. I don't really have much in the way of steam engines in general. Oh, I have this, except it's broken. The Holden S65. These are things that started to download and then didn't finish. Why is this still included? God, that's old. Enjoying the new shader engine. I mean, a little. I haven't had the chance to play with it yet, but once I do, I will be happier. Here's this guy. Why is it so gosh darn loud? 3'6". And then there's tenders. Is that like painfully loud for the rest of you? Because it's loud for me. Hold on, let me go into sound settings. Let me turn this down to like 20% or 10% or something. I also have a light Pacific, but that's American. Oh, I finally got this. I think this was like a pre-order reward for Trainz or something. And I have VR stuff. So this is New Zealand, I think.
Drew will be here between 30 and 3:30, so normal time.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
Why is it so loud? This game is loud. Tank Traker says, what? It's definitely a bit louder. Yeah, I turned it down to 10% and it's still real loud. Let me just make sure. If I turn it all the way down, is it actually at 0 or is it at like 10? Okay, no, it actually is at 0. I don't know why this is so loud. I turned it down twice and it's still the same loud.
Turned down twice, it's still the same loud.
It was pre-order bonus for Trainz. Yeah. Okay, so, because I pre-ordered Trainz, and then I don't think I ever got my hands on the pre-order bonuses until now, I guess. Which is interesting. Speaking of which, speaking of downloading things, are you done yet? Nope, item 3. I guess we're going to be here all day. They included it as well. I do have this because I got it when it was free. Nope, I guess I don't. Where'd it go? There we go. Oh, because it's spelled one word. Blue Comet. Blue. I like how it's CNJ and it says New Jersey Central. It's like, are you right? They're interchangeable. But at least it's not central of New Jersey. Nothing drives me nuts like that.
Sponge.
Central of Georgia. Why would you do that?
Museum of the American Railroad.
I forgot Kevon was here. Okay, so this is the part where we kill ourselves. So, let's see. Let's do the same old that we're used to. Oh, I guess it's autumn. Huh. Nice. Let's get our broadleaf in. Oh, wait, we didn't have a broadleaf. We were using a... Can you add British locomotives? Add them to what? I'm not... Like I said, I'm not going to be including any rolling stock or locomotives on this. So, not really. I mean, I could go out and find more, but that wouldn't... I'm not sure if that's what you're asking. Okay, so we've got some of that, and now we need... What was the third kind of tree I was using? Maple...
Maple Beach Birch.
Maple Beach and Birch, yeah. But was it like a... I wasn't actually using a maple tree. I was using something else in Tolbrand. It was a birch tree, and then it was... No, it might have been a red oak. Not red roke.
Red Rook.
Yeah. Tree red oak. Yeah, that's what it is. I can see why they're red. Because of communism.
Da, 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 da,
I need more birch trees to
da.
fill in these gaps, although what I'm going to do... So I'm gonna... You want a yard module? I mean, yeah. I want all kinds of modules. I want any kind of module. Give me all of it. Alright, so give me this set of trees, and then let's paste it over here, and then let's paste it over here, and then let's paste it over here. And then let's paste it over here, and over here. But it's deleting the old ones, you'll notice. If I paste it on top of it, if I paste it on top of something else, it deletes the old ones. But I can make it not do that. So I'm going to grab this whole section now, and I'm going to say add objects, and I'm going to paste it, I'm going to rotate it, I'm going to paste it. And so now we're going to have a much thicker forest. There we go. That's more like it. I can build you a hump yard within about a week. Hey, if that's what you want to do, man. I'm not going to say don't do that, that's for sure. Alright, and also I'm gonna trim down this to should just be the area that I'm gonna copy, so that we don't have weird bits that have fewer trees. So this is our copy bit. What I need to do though is I need to do grass. So let's get some grassy.
Grass.
I guess I don't have any grassy. I have JVC grass instead. Let's see what we've got for JVC grass. Let's see, what is this? What does this look like anyway? Madison's asking if somebody wants tea. I know it isn't me because she knows I don't like tea.
Wow.
Unless we're using it as a euphemism.
Do tea.
Unconscious people don't want tea.
Then you're unconscious.
Yeah. Alright, so there we go. I'm gonna try to be like marginally careful of what I'm doing on the edge of this, but I also am just gonna try and go quickly. And I was just holding my breath there for a second, I'm not sure why.
Okay.
I just like, just like thinking real hard, and then I realized, oh, I'm not breathing. You ever just forget to breathe? I have no idea how to breathe. Alright, so we've got some grass. We've got some other stuff. We've got fence, we've got grass, we've got track, we've got trees. There's literally nothing else we could possibly ask for except these goddamn signals. Still on item 3. It's never gonna download this. It's never gonna download it. Maybe that's why it crashed twice. It was like, I can't do it. I can't do it, man.
Ah, shit.
What was that? I'm thinking that I need these for like any super signals. So yeah. Alright, get this in here. I'm not sure what to do about the middle triangle portions. So I'm gonna forget about them for a minute and just continue with the grass. And yeah, so Madison did say I have another hour or so. Hopefully I can get this module done before then. This is abysmal. I'm certainly no route building speedster. This is why I only judge those competitions. I can't get anything done in a small amount of time. If I were to have like the whole module done, maybe it would be impressive. You know, to have all the trees and all the grass and all of the interlocking stuff and signals working properly, etc., etc. That's the meat of it, you know. And this is actually a great little microcosm of how, you know, in the order in which I think you should be building a railroad, except I did put the tracks down first because there isn't any terrain. I prefer to do the terrain first because it lets me then civil engineer my way around. If you know what your railroad is going to look like already, then maybe don't bother. But if you want to have an interesting looking railroad, build your terrain first. Build your terrain first. That way, you have to find your way through the situation, not build the situation around the way you found. It just makes it a little bit more realistic or it makes it a little bit more interesting, I would say, and the bonus is it makes it more realistic because you're then having cuts and fills that are relatively you know, they're real. You didn't manufacture them. They're there because you needed a cut or you needed a fill to get through this landscape that you came up with. Also, Graham says, "Oh, no, Trainz 19." This is Trainz 19.
All right, sorry about that. That was my my ringtone.
Oh, okay. Dean's in trouble.
No, my dad just want to know how
Much trouble
he
you're in.
just wanted to know how much I made on Thursday night. I have
the
no idea
tax man.
why. Probably.
If 5% should seem too small. I don't know where, you know. I'm surprised Graham isn't in here. He's in the stream chat. This is not a private thing. It's only semi-private.
Maybe he's maybe he's somewhere where he can't be in here. I don't know.
I guess. Well, what a scrub.
Probably getting launched.
I can't remember what I said. Oh man, that was something funny. Whatever, never mind. I've got to like do things though. I wanted to like get up early and get some stuff done and then start working on this, and then I got up at like
Look.
10:30.
Got him! We got him, boys!
Oh, there's Graham.
I just got a film camera.
Wow, why?
Because some lady wanted to get rid of it.
Alright, well you and TJ can join that, I don't know what to call it, club.
Well, I don't even know how to use it, so...
Nice.
How to use camera. Google. It's a Canon AE1. I don't even know if it's any good.
Look up reviews from 20 years ago when they produced them.
I got it for free, and I got a bunch of lenses and stuff with it, so...
Hey, that's good when you get something for free. That's the best price.
Free.
That's the best price there is.
That was the lesson this week, right?
Yep.
I was just at a model railroad club running to Trainz, so...
Oh, okay. I would be at mine, but instead I'm building a module.
I was like, I'll see if the stream's going on because I got the email and the notification. And
I don't like the fact that it sends out emails. Just leave people alone.
Yeah, like, do I need a notification from the app and an email?
Yes. No.
Because
Nobody needs that.
Yeah. How to use Canon AE1.
How to use a Wega board.
How to use a
web board.
Did it come with a manual, Graham?
Yeah, it has all the manuals.
I'll read the manual.
I don't want to read.
I don't think Graham can read.
I can read. I am in fact capable of reading.
I don't know about that.
I have to be very careful driving home because I have all my model trains.
Yeah.
Precious cargo.
Go drift.
Oh my gosh, there's a Carmen Gia. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Locomotion. Wow.
Luigi board.
How
Where's Milky?
to...
You should be getting home from work right about now. I'm kidding. It's late. He's probably asleep. Milky's probably asleep.
How many modules have you built yet?
This one.
Just one.
I'm working on the center junction one. I crashed the game a couple of times by doing something unusual, and now I'm just trying to get this module done with the grass and the trees before I have to go. I am no speedster when it comes to building model railroads, or, well, Trainz railroads, I guess.
Where do you have to go?
We're gonna have company.
Is it Oliver?
No, it's not Oliver. Oliver would gladly sit here depressed and watch me make more modules.
Oliver is the only company you need.
Yeah. Oliver, more like Oliver needs company because he's depressed.
Ah!
Okay.
Graham just rear-ended somebody.
Graham just busted.
I almost T-boned someone.
Well, it's your fault.
Pay attention.
No, they pulled out in front of me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let's see what the police think about that.
Get a dash cam.
Kirby's calling the police.
Ugh.
Alright, so I have more than half of the grass done on the outside. I also need to do fence and grass on the inside. So,
I didn't do anything.
somebody did
I
something.
hear Madison.
Madison said she didn't do anything, which means she definitely did something.
Madison blew up the house.
I'm in the house, though.
No.
Madison pulled out in front of you.
Yeah,
Fox goes.
Okay.
Wait, that wouldn't make sense unless Madison has it. Never.
What?
Madison is the one.
How can Madison pull out?
In front of you.
Okay. I'd be really pissed if Madison pulled out in front.
Yeah. I mean, you seemed pissed when that random person did.
Yeah.
Stepped in front of your car like, I want to die.
I would have slammed him. Good.
I almost slammed them.
I could have popped that sucker down into first and
Welcome to the jam.
fucking slam him.
Yeah, and then blew up your freaking engine.
And then you died.
Hey, when I T-bone them with the front of my car into their side, it won't matter what the condition the engine's in.
I mean, engines are generally pretty tough, but if you over-rev them, yeah, they die.
I watched
Oh,
an
God
amazing
damn it.
I watched
No,
an
if I
amazing
crash
video of somebody going
if I
70
crash my-
miles an hour down the highway and shifting into second.
Oh god.
They were destroying their car. Or they were destroying that car on purpose. I can't remember. It was like a company car or something, and they were getting revenge. I don't know.
Were they going like from 5th to 4th?
They went from like 5th in 70 miles an hour on the highway to second.
That's how you like instant destruction.
Yeah, that's what happened. It goes room, and then there's a bang. It's an amazing video. I like how this grass is different colors depending on what angle you're looking at it from. Alright. I don't need to hear your vroom.
I'm driving, so
Yeah, but I don't need to hear your vroom.
it's unfortunate.
Nobody else does either.
Well, is anybody complaining about it in the stream chat?
Guys, complain about it.
Oh god. Gulag, here I come.
At Graham.
Don't at me, bruh!
Don't add him. Don't do it. Ping abuse is real.
The next person to at me gets...
Well, Graham broke up, so we'll never know.
No, the next person to at me gets gulag.
No.
Why not?
Graham doesn't have say over this.
There's a Massachusetts license plate.
That's weird.
Wow. Why would you come here?
That's a really good question. Like, I can understand you. You know, you came from Connecticut. It's like, yeah, that's much less bad going to New Mexico from Connecticut. But
Connecticut isn't bad.
Connecticut sucks.
I like Connecticut.
Well, what does that say about you, Graham?
It says I'm a shitty person.
You said it, kid, not me.
I could go to Dunkin' Donuts.
Well, that's better.
I never even know where Dunkin' Donuts is, but there's one right there.
See, as a Rhode Islander, you don't need to know because you go 5 minutes in any direction and find one. I pass so many on my commute.
Guess what happened today?
What?
A BMW driver used their turn signal.
I knew you were rich.
Wait.
Yeah. I mean, you realize the turn signals on BMWs, they do work. They just emit light at a frequency that poor people can't see.
No, I saw it blinking.
Yeah, that's my point.
Whatever.
It's funny though. Still looking at a car with, still looking for cars with Madison. She finally got her check from her car being totaled, so we can actually buy something now. For a while there, I was like, here's what you do, because we're not getting this check. You go out and you buy like a $500 car with the money you have left in savings, and then when we get the check, then we fix it up. Just so you have a car for now.
These two people are about to hit each other.
Yeah, you should get a dash cam.
Yeah. New Mexico drivers are so... I could become like one of those dash cam where they just post dash cam videos.
There used to be this channel on YouTube called Vodka Video, which was just all Russian dash cams, and it was some of the best stuff I'd ever seen. It was one of my favorite channels, and now it doesn't exist anymore.
There's a North Carolina license plate. Why would you come from the land of...
Can I be taken out of Discord Gulag? It's been like 2 months. Well, you have never talked to me on Gulag about it, and you never apologized for what you did, so... I mean, you can be taken out, but you just need to, you know, talk to me about it instead of sitting there quietly and not, you know, being like, sorry, that was wrong, for just pinging everyone 100 times.
Oh, no.
But I'm glad you asked. Don't think I forgot. It's been talked about.
Alice never forget.
No, people have asked. I mean, I've publicly mentioned it several times, you know, so...
If you want Gulag out, if you want out of Gulag...
All you gotta do is say so. What
all
happened?
you gotta do is talk to the Gulag man. How are the modules? Obviously, I cannot watch the stream and drive.
That's quitters talk. Just kidding.
That's
don't watch the stream and drive.
That's dangerous. I don't want to crash with my new camera that I got.
Yep.
That would be bad.
I kind of wish I had some signals that didn't do anything. Like, that didn't control the trains, but I could have them adjust.
Like, just for look?
Yeah, well, like, I could have them change, controlled by the interlocking tower, but they didn't actually affect the trains, because they would get in the way of the actual interlocking.
There's gotta be something like that.
There's a post on Facebook, a real fan hell, that was a dare to paste at everyone like 100 times. I was in class and bored, so I shared it. Yeah, and you pinged everyone like 100 times. Don't do that. That still isn't an apology. I didn't know. Oh, DD Cheney says, I didn't know you was live today. Well, I am live today. At least I'm live for another 40 minutes or so.
Hi, everybody.
I kind of wish I had... This is a thought, right? I kind of wish I had, like, a Gulag channel. That was the one place that people in Gulag could talk. But when I throw people away for, like, more heinous things than ping abuse, I don't want them to have a place to talk. So... Although, I could have it so that nobody can see it except me and the people in Gulag. That would be something to do.
Then all the Gulag people will get fired.
conspire to do what though?
I don't know. Good question.
I should do that.
So I was at this train club today, running train, and one of the Amtrak engineers, he's like, I need to test these models I put in. I'm like, okay.
Cool.
I'm like, next time I see you, give me a good horn show.
And he's like, no, foamer.
He was like running the train, and he was like doing the horn shows that he does in real life.
Wow, what a foamer. Let's see why he works for Amtrak.
Well, he used to work for North and Western, DRE, and a bunch of others.
Neat.
I think he's run Puffy too. 2248 on the
Mhm.
Grapevine. I don't know.
Kevon be like,
He's cool though.
Kevon
And
was here.
he
I'm not
does.
sure.
He custom paints Zen scale models completely, and they are.
Oh, and that's an apology. I'm gonna let nuclear out of gulag. Ungulagged.
Gula Nestle Crunch.
Okay. Yeah. DT, I did say something in the streaming group about this, but I felt like it wasn't necessary to add here to like advertise it. I did mention that I was going to do this in the recent under construction, but that only just came out. And also, when I say I want to make a stream, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen. It means that I want to. So, yeah.
Hey Ellis, I can get your stream copyrighted.
Okay. And I can get you thrown in gulag.
Yeah, that's. Like I just turn on the radio.
Yeah, don't do that. Pro tip, don't do that.
I think stream to be on some non-copyrighted. I can arrange.
To be fair to Jake, I mean, ping abuse is a thing. People do it.
It goes like this.
One of the more heinous things, and it's one of the more recurring things. It's one of the easiest things to get thrown in gulag for. Like, the easiest real things. To be thrown in gulag for.
Oh, Florida man! It's Florida man! It's Florida license plate! Get me away!
Bright line is coming.
Oh, it's a Toyota Corolla.
But it's bright line.
But it's California license.
These are not even, and that's gonna drive me nuts. Alright. Let's move that over there. Let's move this over here. Let's move this somewhere where it won't be awful. I gotta make sure these things are even.
Florida man passed me on the right.
You know what that means?
It means I'm driving too slow at the left lane.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't drive any faster because someone's in front of me.
Go around them.
Now I'm about to get cut off by California. Everyone's stepping on the brakes. Ah!
And then he died.
Highball. All right, Florida man.
Actually, you know what? That's what I need. I need some ball signals.
Ball signal.
Yeah. Although here's the issue with using. Here's the biggest issue with using the PLs, aside from the fact that nobody knows how to read them. There aren't any left side ones, so if I even have 2 tracks, I have to use a gantry. And Chris hates that, and I understand why. But, like, it's just, I have no choice. I have to use a gantry.
Why is there? Garb.
Oh, my eyes. My eyes are...
Graham's driving.
This is not Graham's driving adventures.
I had a driving adventure at 5:15 a.m. this morning.
Good for you.
And then, wait, did you see my message?
I don't know, did I?
I tried to go get my new iPhone from Sam's Club. And I waited outside in 32-degree weather for an hour and a half, freezing my ass. I was third in line, and I got there, and they come out, and they're like, "What phone do you want?" I told them, and they're like, "We don't have it." So I'm like, I just lost 3 hours of my life.
That's funny.
You'll get used to it.
So now I'm just gonna go to Apple and buy it.
Yep. Order it or whatever. Don't gamble with going to the thing.
Well, they were gonna give you a $400.
You went where and wasted 3 hours of your time?
Sam's Club, I
Is
think
that
he
Jake?
said. That is Jake, because he's out of Gulag now, because he apologized finally.
I
Jake
remembered
Miller,
that Discord was a thing.
What, buddy?
Oh boy, here we go with this again.
Bro, it's been a minute since I heard that.
Hey, Jake, I just got a new camera.
Did you go mirrorless?
It's called a Canon AE1. Do you know anything about that?
Spoiler
No.
alert, it's a film camera.
Oh, is it you went to film?
Well, I got it for free.
Oh.
TJ went to film. TJ has an actual film camera that he bought and he used at Strasbourg.
Yeah, yeah, Graham already knows I bought myself a new camera.
How much?
I bought for $215, I got myself a used Canon 7D.
That's not bad.
No, it's not, especially the fires.
Are you filming right now?
Say that again?
Are you filming right now?
I know.
No, I'm at home.
There's a super beetle next to me. How cool.
Alright, I'm gonna move some of these
on my
trees
phone
back.
I'm on my phone right now because Discord hasn't opened up on my computer yet. I've turned on my computer in probably 3 days.
Oh man, I haven't turned off my computer in probably... Oh god, I don't know. A long time.
That was just like...
What is my uptime? Hold on. Uptime. Is that, that is 30 days. 30 days, 11 hours, 45 minutes, and 34 seconds.
That poor computer.
I'm always using it for something. That's a creaky chair.
Yeah, I broke it.
Nice.
Did you figure out how you're gonna...
Figure out what?
I don't know what he
Graham.
said. I think he's dead.
Hey, hello?
Hey.
Did you figure out how you're gonna get Windows 7?
I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, honestly.
Buy a new hard drive.
I don't need to buy a new hard drive. I'm going to pull the I'm gonna pull the hard drive from that computer, save all of the personal info, and then go from there.
Man, why don't you just share?
What?
Why don't you just share your personal info? Throw it on a Google
It's not
Drive.
mine.
Oh. Oh.
Because I got that computer for free, the computer that runs the Minecraft server. I got it for free, and it has 2 previous owners at least, so it's got stuff on it that they cared about, and I was like, I'm not going to delete anything of yours if, and whatever. They just didn't take the time to take it off. These are like my cousins, so it's not like it's some random stranger's personal info. It's just like pictures and whatever, and I'm going to try to recover that stuff and then proceed from there. And also I'll be able to recover the most recent map of the server, so people that have been on since I last took an offline backup won't lose anything. So, that's what I'm looking at going forward with Minecraft service. How about at night shut it down? No, at night I'm processing a video usually, and the computer takes the better part of an hour to get back up, so it doesn't make sense for me to do that.
Get an SSD.
If I had the money and another hard drive slot, I would consider it.
They're not that expensive.
Yeah, but the thing is, I can't swap out one of my hard drives for an SSD without losing tons of space or spending tons of money. I have 2 hard drive slots. They both have 2 terabyte hard drives in them. How wide should the modules be? As wide as you want, really. I don't think they don't have to be more than a tile wide if you don't want to make them a tile wide. As long as the tracks are centered on a single tile, it doesn't matter to me.
No, they have to be thicker than big chungus.
Okay.
That's the rule.
Okay, is that how big yours is going to be, Graham?
Yep, it's gonna be big chungus thick.
Okay.
It's gonna be.
I'll look forward to seeing it. When is it going to be done?
When I reinstall Tane on my computer.
Okay, go ahead. Get on that.
I don't want to take up all my hard drive room though.
Yeah, see, now you know.
Well, I just have a 1 terabyte SSD. But
Yeah, see. Kevon's file of Trainz stuff has topped 500 gigs.
yeah, that's like half of my total computer.
That's a quarter of mine. It's absurd. Oh wait, no.
You know,
It's sorry, it's an eighth of mine, but still.
That's still a lot of trains.
Yeah.
you know, it's hard to think. My MacBook Air has the same amount of storage as
That's what?
128 gigabytes.
Okay. I have a iPod with more storage than that.
I know. That's great.
Holy shite. 11 days until my big adventure begins. Damn.
Where are you going?
I thought it.
So, on Wednesday the 20th,
Yep.
my buddies Scott and Sean are coming down from Toledo.
Mm-hmm.
And we're driving through.
Bud!
Uh-oh.
We're gonna take a nap in our car.
There was a Nissan Skyline GTR.
I don't know if it's my computer bugging out, but I can't hear people.
Hello?
Yeah. There's one missing square of texture in the corner. Whatever.
Hello?
Can you
Hey.
hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you now.
I saw a Nissan Skyline GTR.
Yeah, good for you.
Okay, so we're driving down to Shenandoah throughout the night, taking a nap in the car, getting up the next where we're gonna see Norfolk Southern 201 chase it from Shenandoah to Roanoke, which is all NWCPLs at the control.
Mm-hmm.
Then spend a day around Roanoke. Then drive to Kingsport, Tennessee. Stay the night there. The next day, we chase the northbound run of the CSX Santa train to Shelby. Stay the night in Pikeville, come back the next day, and then go home Sunday.
Wow, that sounds great. Hope you guys have a great trip.
F40s intensify.
Oh, it might be a little more than just an F40.
Oh, not the CSX F40s?
Oh, they'll be on the train. Here, Graham, check your text.
It's not gonna be. I'm driving right now.
You're just gonna see it pop up.
Don't encourage him to look away from the road when he's driving. He's already bad enough.
Not that bad. At least instead of driving.
He's not that bad. Oh, sorry. He's not that bad. I'm gonna try something real stupid. Hold on.
Hey, is that the SD?
No.
What is that?
All I'm just gonna say is that the class you were saying, yes. ORTN.
Alright, so if I rotate this one tick in that direction, this might work. Nope, that didn't work. Alright, hold on. Go one tick in the other direction.
L's crashed the game.
There we go. No, I didn't crash anything yet.
Yeah.
Let's see if I rotate it. Yes! Oh, this is working so well. I had no idea that this would work this well. This was a really dumb idea that paid off.
Oh, that's cool.
Thank you. So,
Looks like a baseball diamond.
looks like 4 baseball diamonds.
Yeah.
Which is not really cooler than a single baseball diamond, but...
But it looks really cool.
Alright, so this is
Time
gonna
at
be,
it.
this is gonna be either right or
Time it.
wrong. That was
I'm
wrong.
at this.
She can't hear you.
Why not?
Ellis,
Because I have my headset in.
Ellis, you want to look
Grandma's
at your
saying hi.
DM?
Hello, Graham.
I will look at my DMs in a little bit.
I sent you the leader if you were curious.
Oh, okay. What is, you said NS201, which one is that?
That is going to be the westbound intermodal.
Oh, that's not an engine. Okay. I was like,
No.
what is 201? I don't know 201.
There are only
This looks
4
cooler than
engines
the
in the
Trainz UI
200
blades.
series, and they're all on the chopping block.
Those are the F units, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah. That's why. I was
Bro.
like, huh? Hold on.
The memes for that are beautiful.
Except the trees don't look as realistic.
No?
You don't
Realistic
have to
enough. They're a
stop
little
at a
older.
green arrow.
Fine, hold on. Maybe this will look better. Maybe it'll look better like this. Edit
Does
environment.
Madison tell you
Madison's
build your
telling me the trees
browser?
look bad.
Maybe they do. I don't know.
Now they're green. Because
They're
we're in the summer.
green.
They look a little bit more realistic now.
Hold on. Let me show you this. How about now? Wintertime.
Oh, there's another BMW.
Just add
turn
snow in, though. It'll
signal.
be perfect.
I know. I didn't do like seasonal stuff otherwise. I intended to just
You
keep this
should.
in. I intended to
No,
keep this
where
in
my
maybe
F unit
August or
memes?
July.
I
or
would
June.
do half the... Like, I think it looks cool with half the green and half the yellow and...
I can't do halves. It's either summer or fall. It just takes a while for them to change over, which is why you're seeing what you're seeing.
I know, but that looks really good.
It does look cool. Oops, I accidentally
You
deleted the
can't,
interlocking
like,
tower.
go in and pick a tree and then...
You cannot.
Just put like a fall
You
tree.
can't select half of them and have half of them be...
No, I cannot. It's all dependent on what season the map is in, and you can only set the season for the entire map.
That sucks.
Ellis, I sent you some F unit memes.
Okay. I'll have to look at them later. I need to finish. Who just died? What was that?
I'm alive.
Now that November is here, we can focus on the important stuff. Apple pie. The Norfolk Southern F units going up for mashed potatoes.
Don't be thankful. What are you thankful for? Well, I know what I'm not thankful for.
What are you thankful for? LTEX acquiring the Norfolk Southern F units.
No, BNSF folks with their nephew.
My God, it's a rumor, and it's so funny that all these people believe it.
No,
Here's what my question would be. I know it's just a rumor, but I was thinking, okay, so what if they did buy them? What would they paint them in?
War bonnet.
I would paint them in BN.
BN green would be interesting, but kind of lame, honestly. I love BN green as much as the next guy, but it was not the most interesting paint scheme.
War bonnet will look better with the executive cars.
War bonnet would look pretty cool. I'm not the biggest fan of War bonnet.
F units out there that like can lead on class 1s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are in Texas. I've seen them. Wahaha.
They're also FL9s.
You know what they should paint them in?
What?
They should get a little bit of both in there. Can we get some
Like some rainbow Amtrak scheme looking stuff?
No, like you know the vomit bonnet, right?
I don't. I know the
Okay,
vomit comet.
I'm gonna have to send you a picture of this.
Okay.
This is where you're gonna have to open your Discord to get the idea. So
I will
this
in a bit.
Was the experimental paint scheme for Burlington Northern Santa Fe.
Okay, hold on.
It was the
Who
very
pinged
first
me?
paint scheme they came up with.
Guys, guess what? I survived my drive home.
Yay, good job.
So, Ellis, I hate to put this picture in your head, but imagine...
I did pop open my Discord, by the way.
What? I'm sending you a picture now. I'm sending it when it was in brand new paint. But imagine a war bomb, but in BN colors.
Ew.
All right, this is what it looked like.
There are colors to do war bonnet in, but not that. You know what? That doesn't look as bad as I thought. That doesn't look as bad as I thought.
They just they repainted it like 6 years ago. It lasted all the way like.
Well, I mean, even if a paint job's ugly, it's still a paint job. You know, paint is expensive.
But yeah, just imagine getting a fucking quad of F units in that paint.
There are worse things. There are better things, but there are worse things.
Okay, I gotta get all my shit inside.
I found a subreddit.
Okay, have fun. A subreddit of what?
I found a. There was a subreddit. Subreddit Trainz.
Yes.
And there's a post on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was repainted like 2 years ago.
There's trains, there's train porn, there's steam porn, there's railroading, there's
Team porn.
There's regular porn.
Well, yeah. When Reddit puts porn after something, they don't mean porn.
I know.
Did we get the shower? Do we need to do? Okay. Also, we should get Shay and I had this revelation.
Oh no.
Yeah, Shay and I had this revelation that we should get a doorbell for her door.
For her door?
Yeah.
Would it mount to the ceiling?
No, like mount it to there, to the actual like door, like get the Ring video doorbell,
So it's staring down the stairs all the time?
So that way she can see who's coming up and let them in.
Okay.
Be like, and then we should get one for our front door.
I like how that's the secondary consideration. We should have a doorbell for a door inside the house, and then also maybe get one for the outside of the house.
Another living space, so like, and if we have other people live here, they're probably not going to be as generous as Shay is.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, but we don't just go up and down there all the time anyway, and also we can knock. Well, you know her. If it's some random college kid, I'm sure you're not going to be just paying them visits.
Well, if he's attractive.
All right, go away.
Yeah, the locomotive. Yeah, I was right.
Fine.
Yeah, 2013.
I mean, if it's Graham, I definitely will.
So it lasted.
You don't even mean that as a joke.
So it lasted a really long time.
Well, paint lasts a while.
1995. That's.
So what are you actually doing if you're not transferring over into this Trainz?
So we've got people making a whole bunch of little modules that we're gonna attach one after the next after the next.
Modules meaning.
Modules meaning just chunks of railroad like this.
Okay.
And I'm creating stuff in this version because we've got people in all sorts of versions that are gonna be building. So we've got people that are in Trainz 12, Trainz New Era, and Trainz 2019 that are going to be putting together modules for this railroad.
So it's basically going to be an updated version of the Iron Horse. It's going to be like, it's not going to be the Iron Horsemen Railroad, but it's going to be an Iron Horsemen Railroad.
Yeah, we call it the Iron Horsemen Modular Railroad. It has nothing to do with the TV or the series.
That's not what I
TV
mean.
show.
It's going to be an Iron Horsemen Railroad.
Yes, that's what I understand. I'm saying that we do call it the Iron Horsemen Modular Railroad. So we've got people in all different versions building for this. And you can bring maps up but you can't bring maps down. So, as in, you can take a map from Trainz 2012 and bring it into Tane or 2019, but you can't take a map from 2019 and bring it down into Tane or down into 12 without issues. So I'm working in this, which is the highest version, so that when people submit them all, I can bring them all into this version instead of trying to get ones from newer versions back into Tane.
Oh.
So that's why I installed this and I'm working in here. I've got so few assets, but that's not really that important because the assets and the interesting stuff is going to be provided by everybody else. My part is just finding the bits that will tie everything together. You know, because when you're bringing a route in, you can't rotate it. So if you build a route that runs east to west or a module that runs east to west, then you have to attach it to something else that runs east to west. So this handles things going in all 4 directions.
So maybe one day in the very near future, you could do a stream teaching me how to do this, and actually you and I can add one together.
Yeah, you have Tane.
Only me doing it. No, I mean we do it in this version, with you teaching me how to do it.
No, we should do it in your Tane. I spent a whole $11 on that when it was on an incredibly sale.
I don't think I have it anymore.
You still will be able to re-download it. You should be able to re-download it. It didn't go anywhere.
I have to find it.
Yeah.
I factory reset my computer, remember?
I know, but it should like be in your email or something. The download link.
Well.
You can also get it on Steam, but don't get Trainz on Steam. It's never good.
No, you can still help.
Yeah. Of course.
I can try and make something for this as my part, but you helping me.
I'm doing my part. Yeah, it can be something really simple. I have plans to make a couple of just straight sections.
But I don't know how to use it.
I know. I'm saying that you don't have to like get educated on advanced techniques or anything real special.
Yeah, but you remember the first map that I made?
Well, yeah, but you weren't trying to make a serious map. You were trying to make mom spaghetti of railroad tracks.
Right.
I did that too.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't have those anymore, but
Egg biscuits good?
Yes. They are. They're better than I thought they were going to be, actually.
Are they all gone?
No, I only had one because I've been talking.
Okay.
They will be gone soon.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you. Love you.
Love you. How mean of her insinuating Graham is attractive. Actually, he isn't here, so it doesn't matter. I was going to say, don't give him that kind of hope. Okay, so I'm going to have to do pretty much what I did before. Ugh. And I need to get the trees in here. Oh, I need to put the interlocking tower back. Did it download the signal yet? No. Damn it! Come on! Alright, well maybe one of these days I'll get that thing. Keep one F9 and one F7B Warbonnet and the other F9 F7B set Blue Bonnet. I would love some Blue Bonnet. Although I think the D&H Blue Bonnet is way better than Santa Fe's Blue Bonnets. Does anybody know where the NSF units are going to? I've seen them twice, so no. Well, I don't know. I definitely don't know. I am deeply out of touch with that sort of thing most of the time, so I have no idea where they're going. I know they are going, but I honestly thought it was, I mean, I think a lot of us did think it was a hoax when that came out, because there wasn't like an official article on it for a while. It was just like a Facebook post, like, NS selling their F units, and I'm thinking, like, why would they do that? What is it, you know, what does it cost them to have F units? Have some fun, guys. But no, I guess it's just not in the cards. It's just squeezing the railroad for every every cent that you can get out of it without embezzling. It's just barely without embezzling. Okay, hold on. We got to keep copy pasting trees. What am I doing? There we are, right there. All right, so we're gonna do what we have done previously and just fill in the whole area and then delete the excess. This is the Trollbrand method. And I don't want to say it because it'll 100% jinx us, but we haven't crashed because of the copy pasting trees yet, and that is a good sign, I guess. Okay, come on, get rid of these trees. We've crashed because of other seemingly unrelated and weird things, like trying to add track at a distance from the camera, but I guess that isn't a serious problem for other people because nobody said anything to me about that. That's just it's a weird problem. We gotta move trees back from the track so that we have an open line of sight to the sky above the tracks, because this is supposed to be fairly heavily trafficked / well-maintained main line. So and then once we get these in, we will just come in here and do our little copy paste trick that we did before. Spin it around. And that'll be that, except for the bits that are going to be in the corner overlapping that, which we'll have to delete that. So oh, spinning. Oh, so we know that 2019 still does that. But that's an issue of my computer not being able to handle. Which, I mean, with all these shadows, I'm surprised it's performing as well as it is. It's pretty locked at 30, and then it dips just a little bit below that. It might not look as good in the recording, but it's seeming to do pretty well for me. Oh man, we're so getting there. I'm so happy. Let's see. Oh, also, does that mean it's installing something? Yes! It finished. We're now on item 53. Man, that was a big item. That was one huge item on its own. Yeah, so I can definitely see that that was definitely the mesh that was installing. And also that, now that I think about it, this game is definitely performing worlds better than its older counterparts. That's younger counterparts. It's older counterparts. All right, there. And there. There we go. The only thing I can think of is, should I have more signals here closer to the center? And I don't think I need them. We do need exit signals, so there's that. But I don't think we need more signals closer to the center. Whoa. 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 It's installing stuff so fast, my computer can't handle it. Jonathan White says, hi, Elias? Don't know who Elias is. Okay, so that means we're going to have these signals, which means we can actually put them up. That's important. We also should name, I know this is going to take some time, and I probably have to go, but we should name the switch stands. And the signals. But for now, let me just take a minute and get some signals in as soon as these guys finish downloading, which this is the last item. So Amber Corona Library, which I assume that is something necessary for... No, it's not. It's only for that one. Oh, it's for the sign. Okay, so let's see. Somebody's barking. Did you watch 2026 Productions' new video today? Assuming you're talking to me? No, I don't know who that is. Okay, so I need to find one that's a gantry with 2 full heads. I think this is it. That's not a full head. Come on. This doesn't have a full head. And I'm just scrolling through this list. I know, like, if I had Tolbrand here, I could just click on the one that I want because I know what I'm looking for, but that isn't it. That only has 1 bar across the top. Crap. Where's the one I'm looking for? No, that definitely isn't it. That has, like, 1 type of position. I'm looking for... Maybe it's towards the bottom. Here's our 1 face 1, which almost has every option available. This is style F. But we can maybe use those on the way out. Come on, keep going. I just want to find the right signal, and then we'll put that in, and that'll be that, and we'll come back to the ops on another day. So is this it? This is getting there. But it can't display... Well, I can't display a cross on the bottom, or an H bar, or whatever you want to call it. Come on. Give me the one with 2 full heads. I should know which one I'm looking for. I've stared at it enough and edited it enough, but I don't know what it's called. No, so we've got pedestals. I think these might be it. I think these might be it, but I'm not certain. I kind of wish I could pull it up right now. So I mean, we have these guys. These might be it. I just thought there was one with the full 8 on the front. Or full... I guess that would be... Yeah, well, the full 8 around. And I think the item descriptions for each of these, it tells you what they are or what they're used for. And that can be helpful. Come on. I kind of wish... Hold on, grab that. I kind of wish there was a way to move those in smaller increments, like you can with some other things. Here's another issue that I just came up with, right? So if you're crossing over this way, you come out over here. Okay, you can get back over to the correct side. Never mind, that's okay. You're just stuck on the. No, you're not. Yeah, you're good. You're good. These work pretty well. So we've got our signals there, and on the way out, I'll add some other signals. As exit signal. Oh no, because it goes to the back of a signal. So this is fine. Let me just throw these in, and I'll see what I decide to do with them in terms of programming them. I'm pretty sure signal programmings are on the are on the session layer. So when I merge these with something else, it's not going to keep them programmed. But that doesn't mean I can't try. I would like to run some experiments, but now is not the time. Just trying to get stuff done here. Get the signals on the signal bridge. Get the junction levers in. Those are in. And I think I'm going to move some of those trees to clear a little bit of a better path on the 2-track segments heading in. Andrew Edwards says, question for Train Man. What's up? What's your question? And I'll wait because I know the stream is behind. So, let me get these in. Come on now. And Train Mountain was the one time in my life where my knowledge of PRR position lights was helpful.
The only time.
The only time. I mean, how many other times is it going to be helpful unless you end up being an NS engineer? Or an Amtrak engineer, I guess. And even then, there are not many left. Not many PLs left. Apparently, according to Steve Lara, the Milwaukee Road had them, so... He put out like a teaser image of Milwaukee Road stuff for 261. And,
yeah, the Hiawatha.
Yeah, and there's a PL in the background, and I was like, something ain't right here.
Gee.
Something's wrong, I can feel it. Let's set these switches right.
Fine.
Alright, those are correct.
Yeah.
Those are correct. It's out, out, in, out. Yeah, I'm just crashing through leaves and trees. Yeah, I should rotate some of these trees. Uh-oh. That was not the rotate button. That was delete.
Ooh.
That's okay. It was just a tree.
Control Z is your friend.
I undid it. And then I did what I wanted to do. And rotated it like it belongs. So if I pull these back a little bit, and also the speed trees, they vary in size. So if I move it just a little bit, it gets smaller. And that's a little better. Let's see. I kind of want the interlocking tower that I use on Tolbrand, so I need to go and find that and download it real quick. Oh, what is this downloading? Oh, it's downloading a Corona library. That's going to be a while, so I guess I have to wait. So this is going to be somewhat unfinished, but that's okay.
I mean, while you...
What'd you say?
You might as well get started on programming the interlocking tower.
Yeah, I have to rename everything first. So, which way is north? All right, that way is north. So let's go over here to south. Oh, whoops. You know what? I need to finish putting in the signals on this side. I have no signals over here. I guess Mr. Edwards is not going to tell me what his question is.
Also, how is the interlocking signalman guy supposed to get to his tower? Because there's no road.
Shush. Bushwhacking.
Bushwhacking?
That's how.
Grrr.
I mean, really, he would get dropped off by a train or something. Something, to relieve the last guy in the shift, the train pulls up, the guy's in the caboose. He gets out, the other guy gets in. Or the other guy gets in on the next train. Or it's like a lighthouse keeper where the guy lives here.
Okay.
Okay, not really, but
so
there's a giant bunker built underneath this interlocking.
And someone just throws out boxes of food for for when he's low.
CJNB TK4 1. Wait, this is northbound, so this is track 3. And I won't change anything else aside from the name right now. I've been playing Train Simulator 2006, oh god, on Steam, and I'm having trouble using the roundhouse turntable. It doesn't seem to want to work properly. Which roundhouse? And, dude, I think it's time to upgrade.
Yeah.
How would I fix that issue? It depends on which roundhouse. I don't know how you would fix it. I haven't played with 06 in a long time, and when I did, I knew so little about the game compared to what I know now. So, I'm not sure. I would maybe go on the Trainz forum or something. But even then, people are going to be like, why are you using that game? I'll admit, it's one of the better ones in the history of Trainz, but it's a little old. TK4. No, that's not 4.
Oh, god damn it.
Jonathan White says Trainz 2010 is outdated game for graphics. I don't know what that means, and I don't know how it's relevant. Well, I think this is... Oh, no. Yeah, the CNR Roundhouse turntable is just broken. What we typically do is blame Hank, and that's it.
Blame Hank, move on.
Yeah. I don't think there's a way to fix that. I certainly have never tried. Machination Reference still says he still uses Trainz 2010. That's unfortunate. This is westbound, so CJ WB TK going that way would be westbound, so that's track 2, so this is track 4 1. And I'm adding a number at the end so that the game can change it. CJ WB TK 2 1. CJ WB TK 1 1. CJ WB TK 3 1. I don't play Trainz 2010. I play Trainz 12. Good for you. It's still old. I mean, 2012 is... Andrew Edwards says, love your Zombie Train series, by the way. Thank you. It's been running a long, long time.
Since 2012.
Yeah, that's correct. Bucket Nation Edwards says, you blame Hank for everything else. Well, this one is definitely his fault. Okay, this is going southbound. So that means this is track 2. CJ SB TK 4 1. CJ SB TK 2 1. CJ SB TK 1 1. And CJ SB TK 3 1. At Bombs321, do you know YouTubers that are famous? Depends on your level of famous. But no, not really. I mean, I know of them.
But personally,
no. But yeah, personally, no, I do not. Does Hank even know how to rewire a signal? If he knows how to do that, then he is smart. I mean, Hank himself might not be able to, but his engineer and fireman are pretty crafty. This is going...
They're like grown-up children.
Yeah. Otherwise known as people.
I mean...
CJ
yes.
EB TK 3 1. CJ EB TK 1 1. Pacific Production and Conrail Fan 76. Those guys are very good. Well, I've heard of one of them. Well, no, I think I don't know them, but I know of them. CJ TK. What is this, track 2? Yeah, track 2. And then CJ, EB, TK, 4, 1. Okay, so we got the signals named. Well, I hope my laptop didn't just have a screen glitch if it can't play any of my Steam games. Okay. I hope it didn't either. This is CJEB31. CJEB41. Right? This is 4? That's 4. Oh god. Could I make a train request for the zombie train if that's okay? What do you mean by a train request?
All questions are to be directed toward the zombie train if it relates to said series.
Yeah, I mean you can write a comment on whatever your question is. I just don't know what you mean by that question. EB311. CJEB421. Jonathan White says I play Gmod all the time. Good for you. I don't. I used to play Gmod a little bit. So this would be CJEB211, CJEB121, and then these guys I don't know. Bucket Nation Railroad just says crap. I don't know why. Jonathan White is I Love You 96. Yeah. Congratulations, you figured it out. A train that I would like to see one day in the series. Well, the visuals are almost all time lapses that, that I do from under construction. I mean, I cover a lot of stuff. If you have a question about a specific train, then you can make a comment about that. Hold on. CJEB, like if you're questioning the history of a locomotive, then yeah. EBX211. No, sorry, I'll do 121. CJEBX211. So it's going from 1 to 2, from 1 to 2, from 2 to 1, from 2 to 1. Okay. And then this is going to be EBX21. And then CJEBX11. I think that makes a little bit of sense. Oh, you know what? These don't need to be EBX. They can just be EB21.
What is? Oh, EBX for I see.
Yeah, eastbound exit. And also because they belong to the crossover here.
Yeah.
Oh, the double cross. But yeah, okay, that was time consuming. Time to do it 3 more times. CJNB 31. CJNB 41. That's what I meant. I was hoping to see either the Union Pacific Big Boy or the Challenger locomotive. I'm pretty sure I've covered both of those. I think I have.
I think you did.
We definitely have had an episode on UP Big Steam, and I recall having an episode on Big Boys in specific. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I definitely remember that.
I could have sworn you did. I just don't remember the episode.
I mean, there are quite a few of them. CJNB 311. And then CJNB 211. CJNB 121. What episode? I don't know. Oh man, you'd have to go back in the playlist and see if you can find it.
Yeah, I think title UP Big Steam.
That was definitely one of them. That was definitely one of them. I'm not sure about the others in specific, but I'm pretty sure I did because they're fairly popular. They get asked, you know. 121 CJBX 211 CJNB track CJNB2, I think this is. Yeah. And then this is CJNB1. Okay. Yeah. So I couldn't begin to memorize all of the names of all of the episodes and what their subject was. Dean, I finally got to your question. I was kind of pleased to talk about that one.
The military thing?
Yeah, the military uniform people. I could have almost certainly gone deeper, but
I mean, you could have.
But I didn't want to get like super involved in storytelling, because that's one of the things. It was one of those episodes where I basically have nothing to base it on. Like, if there's a locomotive, right? You know, I can go and I can look out, or I can look up the locomotive and where it was, and sort of things like that. With this, it's like the only things I have to take from are things of my own creation, and I'm just adding to my own canon while doing it. It's like, well, all right, this is going to be interesting. I love having episodes that call back to others as well, but I always hate them due to the fact that now I have to remember what I was talking about then. I don't have any of it written down anywhere, except for the couple of stories.
Which need to be rewritten.
But like, oh man, it's just, it's such a loose, it's fully an oral history at this point, and I don't mind that, but it means that I can accidentally create some serious inconsistencies. Let's see.
Andrew Edwards, on what Transformer game did you first start Zombie Train? It was 2012.
Was it 2012 or was it 06?
6. That's what it was. Sorry.
It was 6 because the original Zombie Train video was on the Toronto Raillands. Yeah.
In 2000.
Yeah.
On the old SpongeBob Square monitor.
Yeah. Let's see. This is going to be 121. Let me just get all these named. CWB 211. CJWBX. Whoops.
Actually, is Toronto Raillands on the DLS?
Is one of the DLS?
Toronto Raillands.
Probably. I think it is.
Let me pull it up. See.
Almost all of those old routes are there.
DLS.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, I know Industrial Railland, or yeah, what Industrial Wasteland is, which that was my favorite map. That was my favorite map that I couldn't load because my computer was trash, because I used to play it on my typewriter laptop, which was, of course, which I still have actually. I booted up that thing the other day.
After how long?
It'd been about a year. I was like, I need to, if not start working on the things like, like the short story that I hadn't finished. I either need to work on that again, or I need to like recover it from that computer and bring it to somewhere where I can work on it. It's also National Novel Writing Month, which I did not know about. I just ended up talking about it with Donna Grace yesterday, and I was like, oh man, I should have done that. Like, it challenges you to write X amount of words in a month. I think it's like 50K or something, which is a lot of words, but boy, that's, you know, that's a lot of progress.
Okay, so the keyword for this is keyword 2, the author keyword 67841971991. Oh, long keyword.
Yeah. It's not a keyword 2?
It is AM yeah, keyword 2.
Okay, because I was gonna say I didn't think you could have keyword numbers that were that long.
I didn't know that you could have keyword numbers that long.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Yoink.
CJSB 311. Or no, so, yeah, 311. I'm getting the hang of this. CJSB. I forgot. 411. Oh, whoops, I just redid this. I renamed the same thing twice, but that's okay because I missed it the first time. So I basically just corrected it.
Have mercy.
CJSB 311. What?
215 items? Jesus
For Toronto
Christ.
Raillands?
Yes.
That's it?
I mean, to me, it's quite a lot.
I mean, that's like a 10th of the Iron Horsemen. And that was a big map back in the day.
Okay.
I think it's less than a 10th. The Iron Horsemen got out of control. But even Tolbrin has so many assets, and they're all DLS.
Yeah.
That's one of my proudest things, that I've managed to keep that the way it is. Also, this is 421. I knew something was throwing me off. Alright. Yeah. And now CJ SBX.
There's the Toronto subway system for some reason.
There's like a whole New York City subway system on there, and I was curious. I wanted to get it. I ended up downloading a whole ton of the assets for it because I want to be able to use them in on Tolbrand in the city, in Gilson City. Sorry, I couldn't get the words out. SB 1. CJSB 2. Alright, so now we have all the switches named, all the signals named, we've got all the trees in place. This thing looks kind of funny from orbit. It looks squishy, you know? It looks like you want to just
like the $100 stress ball.
Yeah, but not really. Like imagine this texture, right? It feels almost like fuzzy and squishy. Anyway.
Like my jacket.
Yeah.
Box.
I need to get an actual. What about the box?
The box.
Take a look inside. It's an interlocking tower, but it's invisible. So this will disappear in the regular game. What this does is it basically just tells trains where to go, and all the different routes through. You know, so that you don't have a train coming down this track at the same time you've got a train coming down this track. What was that?
I'm on. That was a Toyota.
Okay. Alright, so I got this in place. I'll be able to start doing the interlocking tower paths. I just don't know if they're going to save. You know, this is a lot of paths. You missed the second numbers on the southbound diverging switches. Which one's southbound? Where's the north side? North side's over here. Oh, you're right. You're right. You're so right. Nice catch. Thank you so much.
The problem with a symmetrical map is it's really hard to tell what's north.
It's really easy to get lost.
Yeah. That's why you need asymmetry.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. Thank you, Horizon, because that probably saved me some headache in the future. Hopefully what I'm doing is giving the game a number that it can change. So if I copy this over, it'll change that second number, or that final number. Just like when you have a junction, that's junction 2, and you replicate that onto a, you merge a route with itself, or with another route that has a junction 2, it changes that junction number. So hopefully this will give it the opportunity to do that. So if I merge this with itself, it won't have a heart attack. I do want to try that though right now. This is going to be our last active business because I don't want to start wait, which version are we in? Oops. Save as. Okay, yeah, we're in 0.2. Because I don't want to start with these routings. So, oh boy.
Done question.
Yeah.
Like, you have like CJ NB 1 1. Like, what's that second one for?
That's what I'm saying. The second one is the one that I'm hoping the game will change if it needs to.
Oh, okay.
So that we don't have a duplicate. So I'll merge route layer with route layer, and now we should have these two together. So let's see. It's going to merge these two routes. Let's see how it looks. You know, it'd be really funny if I just made a whole ton of them like these. Oh, you know what? I didn't do those on the northbound end either. Okay, where did that connect? If we have a route that's just all these. Do you have any advice for building a storyline route in Trainz? Oh God. My advice would be make a No, I wouldn't say don't. My advice would be make a map first, as in draw out what you want, and then start working on backstories for stuff as you build. I wouldn't try to do it all at once. I feel like that would be a little bit foolhardy and could drive you nuts. Okay, so minor issue.
What?
It kept everything the same, so there will be duplicates if we do this.
Ooh.
So that's okay in the end, because what it means is, I'm also going to exit Surveyor and come back in. What it means is, all we need to do now is go into that second copy and change all those ones at the end to 2s.
Okay.
It should work.
Hopefully.
Okay, let me go back and find those other things that I goofed on and didn't set the thing. So on the northbound ones, I think it was, yeah. So 1 and 2 1. So yeah, the thing with a storyline route is you're gonna want to take things one piece at a time. I mean, you could. It depends how big of a route you're talking. But I would break it down into, individual towns, and then the railroad itself having its own article, and then, maybe some industries having their own articles and stuff like that. The bad thing is I've built multiple routes. That's not a bad thing. I mean, having more routes under your belt, or if you're saying you have more than one railroad, then that's fine. But that is my advice. My advice is you're going to have to justify everything that you build in the narrative. So when you are building, make sure you can justify it. Because if you build something really wonky that you then can't put into words as to why it's supposed to be there, now you have an issue. So it really just means paying a lot of attention to what's going on in your route at all ends. That's, from the, think about when you're building, think about why you're building there, not just that you want a railroad. That's my thing. Like zombie train route style. Well, if by that you mean one of my old routes, then yeah, I would start with a hand-drawn map, or in paint.net or something,
Use a pencil.
In whatever you want to use. I used pen for the maps that I drew for the Tamaros Van and Anaconda.
Yeah, but you can't.
You can't erase pen, but that just means you're committed.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what's the real ballsy move? Going into a math test with only a pen. That's how you show people that you are serious, that you know your stuff. So I do want to check something with this interlocking tower before I sign off, because we've been here for a little while, my throat's getting sore, and we're about to have company. So, this is going to be CJ int 1. I also, like I said, I want to download the interlocking tower that goes on Tolbrand and put that here as well. Do you have a Discord? Yes, you can get to our Discord server from the link in the cargoes of any Terminus podcast, or any recent Terminus podcast anyway. So, let's add a,
Chooch.
No, not a chooch.
Oh.
Okay, let's see. 4. Okay, so we are visualizing at least. That's good. So this is going to be... Oh, crap. Did I forget here? Oh, no, never mind. Yeah. So that is what I want. And if we... Ah, idiot. Don't hit check. I need to open that up again. CJ eBay TK4 1 to CJ SB TK4 1. So I'm going to change this to... No, I'm not. I'm not going to change it. So it's basically you're going from track 4 on the eastbound to track 4 on the southbound. That's fine. That's what I want. So now we have at least one thing. You know what? Screw it. Let's just add some more. CJ eastbound track 4. Let's do CJ northbound track 4. And so for that, you will go this way over to there. There we go. Mission accomplished. Back to path list. Next. Add, let's do southbound track 4. And we can do this without changing anything for all of these. I will probably want to go through and change the things like automatic assignment, etc., because that's not really what we want. But this is our...
Right.
This is our proof of concept, as it were. So let me think about this. When I saw your first train video, I decided I had to try Train Simulator for the first time. I'm glad that I can get some other people into this, if you can call it a fandom, into this community. Clear on cancel, clear on drive, clear after last junction, no clear method. That seems bad. Let's do clear on drive. Path track circuits mode, I don't know what that is. Path clear option for owned junctions. Restore junctions on path cleared, yes. Exclusive sets membership. This is going to be the tricky one, right? Because we have things like... Well, because we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 diamonds in this area alone, we're going to have some issues with the exclusive sets. So there are going to be some things where only certain things will be able to run. You know, if you have a northbound train going through, you can't also have a westbound train going through. I don't totally understand what exclusive sets membership does, but it's the kind of thing where, you know, I'll have to figure that one out. So we'll do clear on cancel. We don't need to TCB process. Yeah, this is fine. So I will leave the settings as they are, and I'll get at least these 4 in, because these won't have anything to do with, these won't have anything to do with exclusive sets. They don't cross any diamonds, and these are some of the only paths that don't. So, the thing is, I kind of want this to be manual, or maybe automatic players only, because automatic players only, I believe it asks you, and automatic AI only means it asks the AI, and the AI determines. You don't want that. You don't want that. And manual means I'm pretty sure you have to set it with a command. You have to. There are very useful commands for that. But automatic players only... But, I mean, in this case, I don't think it's a super big deal. But, yeah, I'll just leave things as they are. I'll leave things on the default settings for now. If something comes up and I really have to set it later, then, or, I have to change it later, then I will. It's going to be, let's see. Let's do some quick maths. So, we've got 4 input tracks and 4 sets of them. The first one can go, well, they each can go to 4. No, that's not true at all. So this can go to, let's see. Can it go to every track over here? No, it can only go to 1. So 1 to 1. So that's one path. Then we have, oh no, it can't because it can go over, oh god. I think every signal can go to every track. I think. With the way I have it set up, it might be the simplest way you can do it, but I think every signal can go to every track. So each 4 of these can go to a total of 12. So that's 12 times 4, that's 48. Coming from each direction, that's a lot. There's a total of, I kid you not, there's a total of 192 possible options for a train coming from, considering a train coming from any location going to any location. And that doesn't even include paths where it's just getting out of the way of another train and taking a suboptimal route. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. That's 192 paths to program. I think that's 4 to the 4th?
4 squared is 4? No.
Okay, it's less than 4 to the 4th. But it's getting there. It's a lot. That's a lot of paths. So we'll have to come back here. That'll be its own thing. And hopefully, maybe. Okay, let's do one thing real quick. Well, that means I'll have to update it for 100 and whatever paths every single time I do this. It may make sense, just maybe, it may make sense for me to not have any paths included and just add the paths that are relevant when I connect modules. Maybe. But either way, that's a problem for another time. I hope you guys enjoyed this lengthy stream, and I hope you learned something as well. So, okay, there's analytics. I'll see you, oh, there's the end stream button. I will see you guys sometime again. This is the Admiral, signing off.
Indeed.